hitting the ground running. And we're gonna...
You're gonna have to practice your best news anchor fish from SpongeBob.
I have the...
He has a
I have the
filter
filter for that.
That's the intent I was going for on that.
Well, are you the first online? Oh, yes, you are. Alright, so...
I wouldn't have been that eager to say, yeah, read mine first.
Oh, fuck everyone else.
In this issue of the Calamari Chronicle, Wizard reads tome, buys scroll, and does a little dance. Fairy tells secret to a person that dislikes fairies. Upcoming events. The gang known as the League needs to think about how they can get the highest Loki drop chance in the gacha pool. 3 old men are coming out of a heist retirement to save the most important NPC goblin. This issue of the Calamari Chronicle is sponsored by Monkey Ridge, Hermit Ridge, and a few lesser-known ridges.
Pretty good.
We got frames. 25% in the last 2 minutes. Thanks. That's okay.
The one viewer in chat that is Stream Elements. Oh. Aw.
Wait, no, don't worry. I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna be the second one.
I'm in there.
Took some
Well,
bit
your
for
name's Stream
OBS
Elements?
update.
Is that?
No.
Next
Your name's
one
Stream
is...
Elements?
I wonder how some of you guys don't get your names crossed out when I have streamer mode on Discord. Like, Dan doesn't get censored, Pat is still there, but Alec and Andrew just become a series of one letter followed by ellipses.
It's because the Yakub Todd.
Well, streamer
you don't see
mode makes it so that I think you don't see their username, but if they have an alias, it works, I think.
So that's what we thought, but like I don't use an alias in any Discord I'm in. I just use my regular username. So I don't know if maybe that's...
Maybe it's the other way around, and it only shows aliases.
Maybe.
Like, is your real username actually that on the thing, Dan? Or Pat? Or Henry? Or have you changed it? Because I'd imagine Henry has changed it because it might have had numbers at one point.
Mine's just that.
No, I think mine is still Elfman 961.
No, you got your numberless.
No, it's just Elfman.
Yeah, you're just Elkman and Cap. Yeah.
I guess it's just
Bayo Guapo. I don't know what that means, but
I'm just guapo, bro.
Well, I know who's who, so
That sounds like a wrestler. Is that like a Guapo the Luchador? Like, I don't know what that word means.
It means huge beans.
That's a great.
That's
See,
not,
that makes
that's
it
not what
even
it means.
cooler.
That's not what...
Huge beans.
Please don't go up to a woman and say that, Dan.
I'm muy guapo. I'm huge beans.
I'm gonna go up to a woman and say that.
I'm gonna go up to my wife and tell her I'm huge beans.
Next one is Pat's. Fire emoji, fire sale, fire emoji. What the fuck is that, Pat? You replaced it with a Q, you sicko.
I just typed it out.
Did you?
I mean, Q and A are right next to each other on the keyboard, but like...
Yeah, you did it on purpose. Just tell him.
I do that a lot.
The Lek Gui goes shopping again. Middledan's crossbow has been replaced with a British model.
True.
The group remembers that they have jobs and pick up their pay. Zen and Varys stock up on their AoE ammo for Monkey Ridge Part 2. Bold of you to assume...
Ooh, Henry, I got you 15 quartz arrows.
Ooh.
So there you go.
Alright, thank you.
Right,
I
add that
saw
to
that
your-
on the stream, but I didn't want to add it into my thing until you told me.
Write that down, write that down.
And
Write that down,
Andrew,
write that down.
while we're at it, you get a supreme healing potion.
It's
Because I bought you one, and
it's
you
the
were, I
Supreme
think you
brand.
were like, yeah, it's just like a 1d1.
15 quartz.
You just get 1 health. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like...
And yeah, Andrew, you get a
150% sugar.
supreme healing potion. I bought one. So you have it now.
It's got
Save your
300%
lay
of
on
your daily
hands.
amount of caffeine. Or
Yeah.
something like that. Alright, next is Smalik, as that's what it gets shortened down to, apparently. When Fug meets Zip, a fairy teaches Varys how to tough it out. The gang goes shopping again,
Stop being a
and
bitch.
the League finds a box of stuff. They deliberate on how to get rid of that box of stuff. Really, breaking out the second and third grade vocabulary for this one, Alec.
And things.
Sometimes that's what our
What time did you
discussions
post this at? 10 a.m. I don't know.
Look,
Sometimes that's what our discussions. I feel like they boil down to. It's like, how do we do it? Let's break it. We can't break it. Oh well.
10-foot
Let's
pole.
steal it.
Let's break it anyway.
Let's jack
Grug
that
C
shit.
box. Grug
look,
want
Ozzy
open
Osbourne-
box.
Ozzy Osbourne rhymed witches and witches. I'm pretty sure it was witches and witches and war pigs. And if it was good enough for him.
Yeah, but he had a head of a bat.
Eight
He also,
No, it was
Two-brained
every
bat.
show he had to do it.
Also, he's like an extremely successful musician. He can phone it in if he.
Alec, what do you mean you're not a famous musician?
I'm not.
When war pigs came
he's
in,
not part of the
they-
Singing Worms class.
Not
I'm
yet.
Let's next, Elfman. 153. What's better than one goblin? Two goblins. The League learns that Zip hasn't met many goblins. Shopping part 2, part 3 coming up. I presumably think you guys got all your shit done, but,
That depends. What's the dice say? Where are we gonna end up? And
Whoa.
what are you gonna...
Varys and Kalos might be joining a super duper secret society that they've known about for a long time. Very secret. The League also walks around with celebrity? Which celebrity?
Hey.
Oh, right.
Zip. No.
Once we get to
Don't do
Gromnell, the
bananas.
League will probably become bodyguards for 2 different people once we get there. Oh, true, yeah. And Andrews posted, not last minute, but, last hour, 153, live fast, spend money. The League decides to splurge. Dauntless buys some shoelaces and a stick. It's a pretty nice stick.
It really is.
Zen upgrades to a new piece, meaning his firearm without the fire part. Laz learns a new spell, and we contemplate on how best to appease Loki. Senseless violence goes against our general character and is shot down. Chaos not equal to being a dick. Alright, so,
I think Loki would agree with that.
Sound advice from the what alignment pal is me?
I want to say neutral good.
well, alignments be damned, because we're gonna kind of throw that out next campaign. In either case,
Has it ever come up in this campaign anyway?
I've had literally 2 items that
follow
require certain
my
attunements.
tenants.
And
I
you guys
follow
know
my
what you did with
tenants.
them? You sold them off. So, yes, I'm gonna deal away with them.
It's tradition.
He's gonna replace it
There
with
was
someone
that
else.
sword with the guy with the sea witch way back in the first 20 sessions. We found the sword, and Gunderson had an evil alignment, so he almost got deep fried for trying to pick it up.
Sea witch.
Evil.
Yes. But we have a couple of things to do. First and foremost, one of your potential hirees is a very well-known gnomish inventor who is in the company of a great king of Gromnil. In any case, it is not going to be as easy as just swooping in there and asking if he wants to put a meatball into the deep fryer, so to speak. There's going to be a lot of political hurdles, physical hurdles of actually getting there in the first place, and some emotional turmoil. The only way that you realistically have a way in is because you have a professor who is actually also within the king's court that you are a friend with. Other than that, though, it's going to be mostly an empty plate. You also have this shipment right before you. Now, while you don't want to have this thing get to its intended destination, you don't want to hurt Fug's feelings and or get him fired by destroying it while it's still in the warehouse or stealing it while it's still technically in his charge. And that amount of money being suddenly disappeared overnight, and Fug being the only one who is usually in here for the most part, he would be the prime candidate for being guilty as hell. In any case,
Pick on the goblins for stealing shit. That's fucked up.
if there was a Khajiit here, then you'd have a good alias, but there's not.
Moon and star, more like moon sugar.
In any case, you are still in Sanctus. All of you folk are jumming up how to deal with this shipment. It's a large quantity of diamond quartz that could be used for good, evil, or lantern decorations if they are allowed to decay. In any case, you did get paid, goblins met, shook hands, and realized that the world isn't so big after all. Just two goblins. Wow.
Well, we made out.
hmm
You guys weren't there for that, though.
He is a single father, but you don't know his current sexual preferences. Maybe he turned...
It is Pride Month.
Yeah, it's Pride Month.
There are not many goblins
He's gay for
apparently.
this month.
Mm-hmm. In either case, what is the League with a Q gonna do?
I have written down here we need to get some information that was maybe what the company that they're using to transport the stuff, and maybe when that is. That was what I have written down.
I also have written down that I have to go collect some money from Fug, 10,000 gold for that thing that I brought them, the ore finder or gem finder, I should say, or special thing.
Oh yeah, you
finder.
had to
It
dip
was
out, didn't
the
you?
Yeah, I had to dip
the
out
rods.
before I think. Yeah, it's the rods. So if you want to just say that I pick up the 10,000 gold item, or
Well,
you
it'll be
wanna-
in Samir, so no, I wouldn't say that.
30,000 to me.
Every NPC gives me money.
I rolled a 20. Everyone just drops all their money.
Yeah.
It goes into my pocket.
Drop your pants. Give me the money.
Okay. Shall I go pick up 30,000 Samir?
Well, you could just say that you did it retroactively because you
Alright,
guys
cool.
did wait into the late evening and went to the bunkhouse to rest down for the night, determine what's to be done in the morning, and then maybe see about getting Zen a disguise or something. I don't know.
What's the conversion rate again for
1 to
Six.
3.
We
1
yeah.
to 3? No, but like transforming it to gold again.
Well, he would have given it to you in Samir in the first place.
Yeah, I know, but I want to go back to the bank and get it transformed into gold.
Well,
I know there's
you-
like
Do
a
that,
commission.
and we could just learn alchemy over the course of like 6
Well, if you
months.
just do 10,000 gold and then you multiply it by 0.95.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, I think that's what we should do. In the morning, we should probably head back there. I was going to drop a little loth on the shipment. And yeah, see if we can get a look to see what the company that's going to be picking the thing up. I think that'd be good for us. We're employees, so we don't have to like sneak in there at night. I suppose it's a matter of seeing if Fug has that information, but not directly asking Fug. If not, we could also go to like the docks and find the dock manifestos and see what.
Doc,
But-
I think you have an idea because you know like the geography of the continent, but like we don't. Do we know? Is that the
Okay,
only-
so anything that's leaving this city needs to go out to the Sea of Embrace, cutting west along the river, and then he'll have to shoot north to go up to Dominus. In most cases, Sugon Islands is a pit stop that most sailors make.
Don't do it, Greg. Don't do it.
He's heard that name for the first time. He's like, oh my god. It's a 2 to 3 month journey from Anapolis to Agafates. It'll be cutting in through Borkerage, but essentially we could just get that information and then determine what the ship is, and I'm familiar with it. Then I can scry on it, or scry on Little Loth. But either way, we'll need to get the information of what company is being used. It's been such a long time since Laszlo has really been involved with like shipping industry and sailing out of these seas and stuff. So that'll be our goal. Essentially, we need to find out who's taking this shipment from them and transporting it.
Are you saying you don't want to reassemble nighttime infiltration team?
We don't need to. That's the thing.
Okay.
We're employees. We can just go there in the morning and be like, oh, we're just here for an extra day and.
Doing some inspections.
Well, you guys are employees. I didn't get the job. I tried.
Would you have like a way more important job that
He just wants to
Aren't
fit
you
in.
a-
He just
aren't
wants to
you
be one
like-
of them.
Didn't we spend 4 sessions on Monkey Ridge, making you like king of an island or something.
The monkeys.
A island. Like.
Yeah, but after that whole battle, I realized maybe.
But I
it
kind of
was
want
not
more
much of
now.
Yeah, he wants a job that pays him a paycheck.
Yeah.
They're just still doing push-ups over there. They might be really strong when they get there.
Really died.
No upper body strength. It's just chest and arms.
You know what happens
Yeah.
to guys who go to prison? They get really good into push-ups, and I am fine with my upper body strength.
But yeah, that's the plan that I suggest. If we were, do you want to do that?
Does anyone have a alternate idea?
I do.
Oh, thanks, guy. Go
Scribbly.
ahead.
What's he got to say?
Andy, are you back?
That's what you think my Andy impression's supposed to be.
He's terrible Andy impression.
I don't have any objections to that. If that's I just put it out there. Someone else had like, I have an idea.
Mr. Krabs, I don't have an idea.
Okay, because
Pretty patties.
Is there any like a sailor's hookah bar or something like near that thing?
Aren't we aren't we
I'm
landlocked?
just thinking of fucking.
There's a sea around us. Receive, embrace.
I'm just thinking of Shenmue. I'd like to know where Chinese sailors are.
They're over there.
Right there.
China.
But yeah, I'd like to go to the building with the group. To the Crystal Spark Family Company building.
Easy enough. You are employees there, so no one's gonna check your ID or anything, especially if you have a trench coat.
Right?
You really should. You can come in if you want to.
Would you
I'll-
cry and be shot?
Sit on a bench outside. Twiddle my thumbs and whistle Dixie.
Right, go to the storage
I thought we
place.
agreed that you're supposed to like disguise yourself when you're here. So
You
that
have a
can't just sit
disguise
down- You
thing.
literally can't sit on a bench while
Hell
you're here.
yeah, I get to go with the crew.
I made you a magical item so you can disguise yourself.
I disguise
Like a
myself as a
polymorph.
blacksmith apprentice then.
Wow. I don't know if I had that morph on you. No, I
No.
don't.
Probably
No, because this is the freaking lobby.
Oh.
So
I've got so
I'm gonna go in there. I'm going to the storage yard room thing where the Fugster is usually local. What time would we be able to have entered in? Like, what time? What time is this place open?
much like certain businesses, it's 8:30 in the
I will
morning.
be there 8:30. That's where I want to get there.
We'll be there earlier than the guy coming in to like open the
I
place.
imagine Fug would be the first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is
person.
Fug just like first guy in?
No, it's actually people from the research division, but they go from a different entrance. So they like to pass by, give you a little nod of the head, and then Fug comes in. He's got his morning coffee. He looks like he's about to throttle someone if you don't allow him to finish it.
He's got the shirt on.
No, it's got the mug that says, "This is where you can talk to me." One of those stupid things.
When it goes down to a certain amount of sip.
Yeah.
Before he comes in, would any of us be able to have looked for like the menu, like the manifestos for things heading out, and like for like more specific details? Like, is there like a little checkbook or a board, a checkboard sort of thing with the
You need
stuff
to
written
get
on it?
into the building to do that.
Oh, okay.
None of
Can
you
we
have the
get into-
keys.
I'll wait till the good doors open, and yeah. I think that should be one of the routes. And the other thing is, I'm gonna just like, when there's an opportune moment, I will like send little Loth to just hide on the big crate if it's there.
So, research division, early in the morning, ready to do research and shit. Once they get in through their entrance, Bug enters, fumbling his keys in one hand and a mostly empty coffee mug in the other. He gives you a little nod of the head. Not really the talking type in the morning. In any case, some of the other employees also follow suit afterwards. They're not necessarily late, maybe they just have like a 9 o'clock opening for their particular shifts. But in either case, once the doors are open, everything is usual business. Fug goes immediately to the warehouse, cataloging and making sure shipments are going out to where they're supposed to be. Research division, of course, can be found in the R&D department. And The offices nearby are occupied by the CEO and his underlings, which is technically everyone. And then there's you people.
What do you mean
Who
by
are
you
you?
people?
I forget if I mentioned this last session. This is kind of off topic, but I do write down the billing address for the teleportation circle, just so
The billing
I
address.
have it in an emergency.
Oh,
I have it
right,
in
yeah.
case of an emergency. I know I don't really have that many spell slots to do that, but just in
Mhm.
case, for whatever reason, I'll have the building. I can get us to the building if Laz can't for whatever reason.
Well, whatever would you mean?
He knows something. He knows something.
Look, guys, I'm gonna message everyone in the Discord except Laz. I think we should push him off the ship next chance we get. If we ever need to hasty retreat, he's a big target.
All in agreement, blink
Yeah.
once.
Message back. Wait, you mean Laszlo? Okay, yeah, do it. Oh.
Well, once the building is open, you may go about your business as per usual. No one would bat an eye at you just walking around, although if you start loitering just in front of, like, Fug's office without saying anything, waiting for his NPC patrol pattern to move or something.
You mean we can't do what you do in fucking
just
Bethesda
T-pose?
games?
I don't know what you're talking about.
In any stealth game where you just loiter until someone leaves?
Well, yeah, it would look kind of
I like
suspicious.
that fucking beggar quest in Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh, that fucking
course,
thing.
yeah,
that-
that piece of shit.
I'm glad Bob sat around there for 2 hours for us.
Yeah, what a king.
Or could just use the wiki.
The wiki actually wasn't that helpful at that point.
Oh,
He's
right,
not a
because it was
wiki
fucking
warrior.
Fextra Life, and all they did was just post a description of the quest and the name of the quest.
Yep.
Great. Fuck you, people. Anyways.
But that's what you wanted, right?
No, I don't. Fuck you, Fextra Life. Alright, what do you guys want to do? I would
There's,
say right now you'd be in the
storage,
lobby.
right? There's like little storage rooms for us to put like a little storage locker.
The R&D department has their own lockers. The employees that aren't them have like a more common area adjacent to the... Yeah, it's employee cubbies. They're adjacent to the lobby, and while I did say the word cubbies, they're not just, like the little ones that kindergartners use, where it's just like a vertical wooden square with a hook for their backpack. It does have a door, and it closes.
Okay.
And it has your name written in bubble letters.
Wow.
So, what's the plan for the heist of the century?
Well, you said Fug has an office. What's that looking like? Is it like a little
It's
seat
inside of his warehouse.
inside his warehouse? Okay.
Yeah, it's like if you imagine the warehouse is a big rectangle, in the top right corner of said rectangle is a smaller rectangle, and that's his office.
Has it got like a door, or is it just like a little seat or something like, with a table?
No, it's like a full cubicle with
Okay.
a door, and it says Bug Drill,
Fuck
Quartermaster.
off, if you're not
Is there a
Fug.
step still
If you're
to
not
his
Fug,
normal
Fug
size
off.
chair?
He's got a lazy man, like a little lazy boy chair.
It's a booster seat.
Or lazy goblin. Not a lazy man, it's a lazy goblin.
Oh, that's a pretty good name. So, I'll
a
head
racial
in there
slur.
with the group, and I will just attempt to deposit a little loaf somewhere in the warehouse, and I'll have them navigate to the large crate shipment that we found, which was 5 foot by 5 foot by 6 foot, which was labeled Ryan Fletcher Fits, which is nearer the door, if it's still there. And I will have them sit on that, and I will order them to stay on this thing for a long time, and I will be using you as a tracking creature.
So, when you
I-
enter
I-
the warehouse, Fug is indeed in his office. He has a large stack of paperwork that's approximately like a quarter of his height, going in from one file pile to another. As he begins sorting them, he has this neat little stamp that has the company's insignia on it, that he's basically just like slapping one paper onto his desk center, stamping it, and then flinging it to the other side as you enter. He doesn't look particularly happy about doing this, but it is necessary work as you enter. His door is slightly adjacent as to keep the breeze...
You mean
or-
a jar?
Yeah.
Not adjacent.
Adjacent to a door, yeah. It's not a door, it's a jar. Haha.
He's in a jar, and he's just got a little seat in there.
No,
I
no,
mean,
get
you
out of the
ask
jar.
Fug, he'd be like,
No!
yeah,
God.
my life basically is a jar.
But as the door is slightly open so that there's a little breeze that allows his office to be well ventilated, you kind of just like hearing your footfalls inside the interior, because it does pretty echoey in here. It's like a, you know, a warehouse, so large, tall ceilings and not much furniture to absorb the sound if you don't count for the boxes, but they're not very soft, so lots of bouncing sounds. In any case, it kind of just gives you a as you enter. Not so much kind of, not even a howdy doody, not a good morning or anything, just a
Didn't one back. Morning.
I'm doing some, oh, wait, I'm gonna eat your bagel. I'll get in your character.
Bagel character. Bagel
Yeah.
Fug. It's like his new outfit for the season.
Mix between Bostonian, Jersey, and someone from the Bronx. Alright.
You mean from Hell's Kitchen?
Forget about it.
Bob in action.
What?
Forget about it.
He's in.
Hey, what are you fellas doing? Need something?
Oh, I was just gonna ask. I'm testing this out, and I've got the the dome disc thing on my head. Is there any testing location within the building
Testing
these things?
location?
for? Yeah, this needs to get shot. I don't know if maybe outside the city or.
What do I
somewhere.
look like? This is a warehouse.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't have
know,
a punching bag in here.
I was inquiring about where that location.
An
would be.
archery range is what you need? I'm not sure what the heck you're going on about. I got arrows, but you're not supposed to shoot them in here.
Okay.
I don't know where there's an archery range. We don't have one of those. The closest thing would be like there's this reinforced steel cage in the R&D division, but that's the closest we got.
Okay. Thank you. That's great information.
Yeah, it is. Shoo. And you hear him angrily muttering to himself.
We got him off balance. Oh, you get him now. Okay.
I was gonna ask. Do you have, Laszlo? Do you have greater invisibility?
Yep.
Prepped? Okay, that's a fallback plan. If we,
I don't have it prepped today, but
oh, okay,
I've got invisibility prepped, not greater invisibility.
just in case we needed to. I was gonna say in case we needed Zen to
Oh, fuck.
someone.
Like, yeah, I
Just
haven't
slip in
prepared
there and go
I
through.
haven't prepared any like new spells. I haven't done that. So yeah, I've just got what I had the other day.
All right, back pocket. We can plan C. Basically. Okay.
The shipment is indeed still here. There's a couple of empty locations on the shelf closest to the loading dock, or whatever you want to call that larger door. But the big one is still there. No employees here are touching it. The door is closed, but yeah, you're just not entirely sure when it's gonna go out. But when it does go out, ooh, that's a bad day. And then like
So-
3 months later,
Would little Loth be able to be on there
yeah.
hidden?
Well, I mean, it's a box.
well,
It's not more to hide. You can just be on top
on the
of
top,
it. But
on the top of it, yeah. Yeah, and I'll be having them hiding on that.
Does she even need to hide? Aren't you the only one that can see it?
But there's no harm in making it hiding even more, you know. Like,
That'd be cool. Just in case someone actually can. Adam's cruel.
oh, Fug actually has omnipotent vision.
he's actually a god.
He sees and leaps across the warehouse screaming.
Stranger
him
things
off.
have happened.
Get him the hell out of here! Don't let little Loth take their jacket. Yeah. Okay. So there's no additional details on that box or like things going out today, like on the sort of wall leading out of this place. Like if there's a sort of like a big door that opens.
There's a big door. It
Is
does
there like
open.
a clipboard that says like deliveries out today, or is that all in the phone?
That's most likely in Fug's own
okay.
head or on paper, but not here. We've got his clipboard that you always see him walking around with, and it is generally pretty thick. There's a minimum of at least like 30 sheets of paper on there at any given time. Could be quartermaster things that involve just keeping number of stock. Could have shipping manifests. Could be a blank page that he just doodles on.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Fucking dick pictures he's
He
drawing.
just dig blood everywhere.
Oh my god.
There's just one that has the entire comic of Loss on it.
Wow. He's just finished it and he's really proud. Like.
Mhm.
Well, I've already pestered him, so if someone else has any conversations they want to have, he seems like he's doing his work. So we either wait till Din-Dins or like 11Zs or whatever they have here.
Are we actually going to this cage to make a show of testing this hat?
Pardon? What's that?
Are we going to this cage to actually make a show?
Yeah,
of testing?
we can do that for a little bit. I want to see if it works.
So to be
I think
clear,
I've messed enough.
you
with
want one of us to shoot an arrow at
fog.
you.
Yeah, 1 arrow.
Cool.
From each of us? Okay.
Not at the same time, because then it doesn't work. Like,
Quartz
a volley-
arrows, let's go.
A volley of arrows immediately.
I'll shoot an arrow at Laszlo just cause.
I don't even know if I fit in the cage, to be honest.
Pent up anger.
And I'll ask the research team if I'm able to do a test. Get your notebooks ready. I'm going to be doing a test of this thing. Apparently, Fug said there's a cage in here that I can use to test projectiles.
Not usually specifically projectiles, but just regularly dangerous things to work on.
Okay.
The cage itself is accommodated for usually one medium-sized person. You're a bit wide.
Well, if this does the trick as you said it'll do, it should be fine.
Yes, but the deflection part is what I'm worried about.
I don't get to hold it.
Well, deflecting means to, like, move away from you, so
Okay.
catching it is a bit different, and that's not going to be able to, the hat's not going to help with that. But it-
Deflecting means, you know.
Is there any other locations within the city that Crystal Spark utilize? Like, is there another warehouse down at the docks, or?
Well, we
Maybe
have
not as many.
warehouses everywhere, but for weapons testing, there's a reason why we asked you to do it in the field.
Okay.
I trust
So-
guys.
So, I mean, if you want to go out into the outskirts of the city and shoot at each other, just be careful, I suppose.
Okay.
I'm sure there are some locations close by that are still within eyeshot of the city. But what we have are, you know, regular indoor facilities with many breakable objects. So,
Sure. I just thought if you may have wanted to be able to take notes or something as it was actually unfolding.
I suppose, but that is literally what we hired you for.
Okay.
Hey Gareth, I have a question for you.
Yes, I can help you.
What's the incentive of bringing back cool things that we find out in the wilds? Because I bought something that was really, I don't know how useful it is, but I'm assuming it's going to be extremely useful in the future. And I lost 500 gold from it. So what's the incentive of bringing things back? Is it just, ooh, this guy's cool, or is it like, is there something that I'm missing?
When you say bringing things back, do you mean things that we've had you research specifically, or like neat things that you found out in the wilds?
Neat things that I found out in the wilds.
Well, I would use your discretion, as it could somehow pertain to the needs of the company. For example, those dowsing rods were very nice, did specifically what we would want them to do. Since you guys are doing research on diamond quartz weapons, obviously that's another thing that you contribute to. So, at your discretion, so if you have a fancy hat that deflects rain, for example, we get rain about 3 times a year, so it wouldn't be that useful to us. So, you know, use your keen discretion as to what would be pertinent to our needs.
Totally, but like, I just lost 500 gold from it, so why would I
What's the-
bring back more cool things if I find them out in the wilds?
Give me back my
I might as well
$500.
just. I mean, listen, like I appreciate the company and everything, and I'm a company man here. But like, what's the incentive of?
Are you talking about reimbursement?
Yes,
Oh, why don't you say so?
yes, reimbursement. Yeah.
Well, there are many things that you can, especially if you have the receipts, bring to either the office or the secretary as a company write-off. Now, obviously, there are some things that you can't put on company money. For example, if you decide to go to a local whorehouse, that is not going to be something we can reimburse you for.
How else are you supposed to test this hat?
We have not made any diamond quartz condoms yet, and I don't plan on doing so. It's not very flexible. It's quite rigid.
All right. Well. All right. Well. I guess that was my complaint for the day. Anyway. We'll be back. I guess I'll bring cool things again if I find anything.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely not.
Huh? I don't really.
There's a muffled kind of box behind you or
Yeah,
something.
Greg sounds like he's in a
It's usually
tube.
mine like that.
Oh, it's raining now.
Oh,
I don't
you need
want
the
to
rainy
do
hat.
this stuff.
Like tears in the rain.
There's grilled cheese.
Anyone else got any ideas to further this thing along?
Cheese was his own second.
Nope.
I heard grilled cheese.
I do.
I can take little Lolth in the room maybe, and then if the door's ajar,
Well,
and
that's
then...
where I was going. We have we have a few options. We want to go like tiny or out of sight. We just want to peruse the room. So it's like, I
Sure,
don't know
yeah.
if we want to start there and then.
Yeah. What was your idea, Henry, for catalyst and stuff?
I was thinking that we can go over to our and I say this in the chat in the Discord. We go over to our fruit stand man and see if he see how close he is to getting into the underground and see if we can get that truth guy to tell us what company or when they're shipping or what the fuck ever.
Okay, let's try this one first, and then if that doesn't yield anything or doesn't go well, then we can.
I could only see past though, right? He couldn't see the. I mean, obviously, it's not gonna unless they're changing their company, their shipping company today. It doesn't. But like,
Okay.
yeah, let's go with let's save that for.
I will send the sneakiest spider of all time to go into Fug's office while he's in there and try to peruse, maybe from like the ceiling or something. If his clipboard is anywhere.
You scream like a little girl. Oh, spider.
You hold on. I have that little in the cartoons when you're sneaking around. It makes that little pokey sound. Yeah. But anyways, you send in Lolth into Fug's office. He is currently in there, stamping away. He seems to have gotten through about 1/3 of his pile of stamping random nonsense documents. His clipboard is usually you see him carrying it in his left hand and writing on it with his right hand, but now he's clipboardless and is probably somewhere in one of the side drawers. So he has, it's one of those desks that has the pull-out cabinets on the immediate left and right. So on the far left is the one where he keeps his safe. That one is typically not filled with the employee currencies you saw him take out from a chest in the warehouse. So whatever's in that safe is not employee funds. And on the right-hand side of the desk are 3 drawers from top to bottom of uniform size that can be pulled in and out. Presumably his clipboard is somewhere in one of these things.
Okay. What does it appear that he's stamping? Is it just like approvals and stuff?
He is going to move them in such a way that you can tell that he's definitely not actually just reading them. There is on the bottom right of most of these documents a large stamp-sized blank square that he's just putting his literal stamp of approval on. And many of them are job-related things, you know, someone like asking for their PTO, another one asking for, you know, maybe this person wants a pay advance, and then like the boss man put in a thing like, alright, Fug, if you have the money, give them their pay advance, and then they won't get anything for the next 3 months. A couple of them related to business ventures or partnerships, etc. But many of them are local, judging by the naming conventions and the cities listed.
Was there anything like shipping related?
Many of them are. I'd probably
Okay.
say in terms of percentages, about 40 to 50% of these documents are related to small-scale shipments of diamond quartz related things, or actually no, that's not right. Not diamond quartz, of silk. Excuse me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the other part,
I suppose
or
they'll
the
keep an eye
larger
out
part of the.
for anything diamond quartz related or anything that's outbound to like Dominus Hecafates sort of way. Because then if there's my thinking, if there's like a company that makes those journeys frequently, then they'll probably be one of the main ones that'll point us in the right direction.
You get to a 40% of the way through, as Bug is almost, well, 40% done with his pile, I should say. The files being stamped are going relatively quickly, and even those with high intelligence may have a difficult time getting a mental screenshot, especially since you're doing it through a third party. So, I need Little Lolth to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay,
Not saving throw, check.
Okay. Correct. How do you, so with Find Familiar, I mean, is it just my stuff? You remember? I don't know if you remember Henry from Owl Time.
I usually, if I remember correctly, I did the owl stats. Because for perception, it had advantage, but I didn't, and that's what I usually use them for.
And then I struck him with lightning.
And
Just
then you
check
would
my
always
loads. Because
fucking,
this ain't any regular old. It's a little loth. Do I just do a normal spider or what am I?
It'll use a regular spider, yeah.
Okay.
You say, not,
5e.
but she does, you know, is completely invisible to everything except for you, so that's kind of a big deal.
They have 1 intelligence. Okay, let's go. Let's just roll a 20. 4. Oh no, -5. 0. 0.
She's having kind of a difficult time. The words are traveling faster than her eyes, so. So, it's if I held you at gunpoint and asked you to read this text and it's all in Chinese, that's basically what it feels
I
like.
don't speak Chinese. Okay, it's just gonna leave the room and it's gonna go back on the big crate, and it'll be. I'm told to hide there and be. You know, you'll be my tracking chip essentially. Okay, I say to the guys, was not very astute looking with the spider, but definitely working through shipment stuff in there. I say through the network. So when he's stamping them, he was putting them in another drawer.
No, he has a half
like an in and out thing. Like...
Yeah, in and out little wooden tray.
Okay.
So then they're probably either labeled or he just knows which is his in and out pile, and he has a blank space in front of him for working.
At the very least, I would have been able to have seen which was the right pile by the time I looked.
Yeah, it would be his right, your left, if you're entering the door.
Okay. I relay that to the group. Ooh. Any next steps here? Do you want me to go down to somewhere? Do you want to leave and go somewhere else to try and find this information, or do we want to try and, when he's not there, check through those piles? He might have did he look very meticulous, or is he very quick about it? I don't want to disturb the thing, and then he's like, someone moved my papers.
Well, if you had to get through 500 sheets of paper, mindlessly stamping them,
Barreling through it.
yeah, he is not reading them at all. He's just looking at the stamp box, stamping it, and then flinging it to the side.
Okay.
Word from our friends back in Rutach was that like the branch out here isn't quite set up yet, so we might. I don't want to like put all our eggs in that basket, especially since it doesn't sound like there's.
Yeah,
we
but
go
we're
down
just,
to the
we
docks
can go
then,
ask.
and
We're just asking though. We're not. We're
But like I'm saying, I would plan for some. I would plan on that not being an avenue for us to follow up.
I will. I say to the group, we could go down to like the docks in our uniforms and look like we're looking for someone, and maybe if someone knows our company, they might be like, "Oh, you hear about the shipment later?" Maybe, and if not, we can maybe try and find some manifesto files in there instead. It's a little bit further afield from Fug. It might not.
I didn't even know we had uniforms.
me and Laszlo.
I'm in a lab coat. Got a
I
little-
mean, so that's I guess that's the most uniform that we have.
I'm something of a scientist
and
myself.
and a little like a badge label lapel thing. That's what I'm suggesting. I guess I don't want to leave this thing. If anyone else has any other plans or wants to try and like, oh no, I spilled all the coffee and all your stuff. Fug. Oh no, we got to do it again.
That's cruel.
Oh, that was the shipment to this place on this date. Oh no, fuck. But yeah.
I mean, I came up with my idea, so.
Yeah, I mean that's a solid. I think we should at least swing by. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, we can ask.
Let's do that. And I guess Callus to lead because you know all the names, and if you're going to be in this company, you could be the front for it. But yeah,
we're going
I think
down
after
to
that,
the fruit stand.
yeah, we could go to the docks
That's
afterwards.
Pride Month, after all.
Head fruity man. Don't know who's fruity.
An elderly gentleman in a rocking chair, under the shade of his canopy, is rocking
Rainbow cloak.
to and from. No, just the fruits. A variety of delicious-looking vegetables and fruits. Ooh, vegetables and fruits. Produce, I should say, are on display, and you can see that he is very content with his lack of customers at the moment. Just humming to himself and rocking back and forth in the shade of the morning sun. As you approach, he does not give so much as a notification of your presence, but kind of just snorts loudly like an old man would.
Rohan?
Selling fruits and vegetables. We got kumquats, apples, and bananas. That's bananas.
I heard ivory bananas were in season. I was wondering if you had any.
What kind of idiot do you think I go? Oh, right, hold on. I do mind my tongue. I am a bit cranky in the morning. Yes, the ivory bananas, you freaking idiot. Yeah, just come on in and wipe your shoes on your way in. It's a bit sandy out here.
No objections. I'll go in the back with Callus to.
Rest of you folks, while I'm in there, if you don't mind watching the stand, we got a couple of seagulls looking after my food. And I don't want them getting no freebies.
Freebies.
Zip starts sweating. Bananas, you say?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what you mean by that.
we will look after them just fine.
In my stomach.
I slowly start to take out the fez and the soup from my comically large
It's like
bag.
it's like Superman.
Zip, did I ever tell you to talk to plants?
Yeah, wait, you can talk to plants?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have shitty opinions, don't they?
Well,
It's just go-
I mean, it helped this one time. I had to talk to a potato.
Oh, what do you have to say?
I pointed us in. I forget if the potato pointed us in the right direction or not.
I'm pretty sure 90% of the time it was bullshit, but at least
Ooh, I'm
that
a
last.
potato.
Yeah, potatoes are full of shit, so...
I mean, what do you want them?
Usually lie.
They're tubers. What do you want them to see? Dirt. So, in any case, the old man creakily stands up from his rocking chair, wobbling as his hand goes onto the armrest, and then slowly creaks his way into the front door, not so much as glancing backwards to see if you're following him. Eventually, he disappears into the dark shade of the interior of the house, losing line of sight on him unless you join him inside.
Inside.
At night. It's actually like 9:30 in the morning.
Shut
so-
up! No, it's not. It's night. At night.
It's night somewhere.
True.
Right.
Well, as you enter, presumably Kalos and Varys, unless anyone else wants to join in on the fun, or am I just these
Am I
two?
just like, I don't know. Am I just walking into places I shouldn't be walking into?
That's up to you.
Uh,
The old man didn't designate who is allowed to come in, but
Oh, am I allowed in?
you won't fit
Yes.
for the front door.
Many spider
I will operate the. I
You'll watch-
relate to the group. Let me know if you need any specifics, because from the information I gathered in that room previously, I'll be
guess I'll
operating
go
the
in with them.
stand. I'll operate the stand.
I'm gonna figure out some way to like help you with your legs other than magical means.
It's fine.
As you enter, whomever is entering, minimum Kalos and Varys, the old man picks up a pen made of ivory tusk. He kind of does a little parlor trick where he twirls it in his fingers, and then he hands you, Kalos, the pen made of ivory. Ivory, banana? Really?
Oh, it's easier when I have to come up with ivory roses. It sounds
Okay,
a
that
lot
one makes
better.
more sense, but I have nothing outside that would resemble ivory.
Well, what kind of code name would you want me to say? Code phrase, I should say. Sorry.
Well,
Like I said, it's a lot easier to do with flowers because
I suppose, but like at the same time,
what do you
I'm-
mean there's no bananas?
Professor Bananas has opinions on that.
I'm the banana inspector.
Oh,
Banana Gestapo.
Well, I'm still working up code phrases. It's a work in progress for the most part, but for now, I would just say, may I see some of your more ripe fruits?
Okay.
It doesn't have to be that on the nose with the ivory thing.
That's always worked for us anyway.
Is that a one-time instance where it's worked consistently?
No, it's worked in different cities.
Okay, maybe if I have to incorporate that, I'll come up with a new phrase. But from now on, please no ivory bananas. That doesn't make a
I mean,
lick
it
of
sounds
sense.
pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. Ivory bananas?
Whatever you
They're just
say.
they're just extremely white.
Anyways, how can I help you? Let's get off this banana. Let's get off of these banana topics, please.
I see more of your ripe produce.
Great. Well, to be
Oh.
honest, I'm still, I wouldn't say foot in the door, maybe like the whole of my thigh and below in the door, so to speak. And I don't have much to sell. If you are interested in some antique pottery, I do have some of those. Information, I have started getting some ears in the right places. Little street urchins are always willing to do a lot for a small amount of coin. So, what can I interest you in today? I don't have any ivory bananas.
Looks at Zip, disappointed. in the corner.
In any case, I still have
Right.
I
sell
have
the
something
fruits.
that might not be quite within your wheelhouse yet for information.
Well, let's give it a shot. Maybe it'll be a good thing for me to work on as a larger project. Go ahead, fire away.
Would you happen to know specific? How do I phrase this? Which shipping company specific companies use to import and export goods to other continents? Was that something you guys would?
Oh yeah, that's easy. You just get the right eyes and ears someplace. You can see all sorts of companies doing business out in the open sometimes. most of the times because they're not really trying to hide anything. So you just pay the right passerby and you can get a lot of information. Maybe sometimes what's in the boxes, if you're lucky enough, and they're blabbering away.
Okay. So
Can
this is
you-
gonna sound like a weird request given the lab coat my friend here is wearing. But would
Uh-huh.
you happen to know what anything about how the Crystal Spark family gets their goods in and out of the city and off continent? Do you know their companies and
Oh
what
yeah,
they-
it's easy. Whenever that large door, they have a large loading dock in the back, you see, and whenever they need to open that thing, it's creaky as hell. So you can hear that thing from like half the city away when it's opening. And it is out in public, so you can see who is picking up what. The crates themselves are usually very unappealing, probably done on purpose, but sometimes the size can betray them. For example, if you're shipping a sword, the boxes are usually about the same size, and there's usually multiple of them. I know that because one time the courier dropped one on the floor, and one of the swords that was going out to the city guard spilled out onto the ground, and they picked it up in haste and then reprimanded the person dealing with it. So, you see one box of the same size, it's safe to assume certain things. But yes, I do know that family's outgoings, if that is what you're asking for.
Do they
Oh.
have a usual company that they use, or is it like scattered most of the time?
With these large families, or businesses, or, well, family of business, whatever have you say, they usually keep to one particular business as to one, maintain a good business relationship, level of trust, and knowing that your product is going to get to the right place instead of just hiring random freelancers to get your shit maybe to your destination. So yes, they do have one specific shipping company that they hire out. They do have an in-house one, but that's only for very, very local. And I say local, I mean in the city. Anything going out of the city will be used another company.
So it's, do you by any chance know the family name that we usually use for out of continent, specifically Dominus?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you prefer gold or Samir?
Tell you what, might as well use the local currency. I am also just putting it out there. If you have any antiques with you, that might be something that you don't want to keep on your person, that you think a wealthy collector of sorts, I will also be willing to barter for those. For this type of information, I'll do something cheap. Or if not, then how does 75 Samir sound?
I got that, Varys.
You got that?
I got that.
I got it too, but okay.
Gentlemen, please, just one at a time.
Cool. There you go.
Thank you very much. He puts it into his front apron pocket, stained with all sorts of, like, plant matter and, like, greeneries. Pleasure doing business with you. Now, perk up your ears, young gentlemen, and I'll tell you everything I know about that shipping company. So, first and foremost, the name. Are you ready?
1 second.
Okay.
I take out a notebook real quick. No.
I don't know if you want to have this written down.
No, it's really just, okay. I don't take out a notebook.
Well, I mean, that's what you're paying for, so do with the information what you please. If you choose to write it down afterwards, then I don't particularly mind. But, it's a public company, so just having it written on a piece of paper is not really that big of a deal, now I think about it. In either case, we're going to be looking at the Skeevy Waves company.
Is that spelled like it's pronounced?
Skeevy, yes.
Waves company. Okay.
So primarily they do overseas and aquatic-based shipments. Probably, I'm going to say about 80% of their transport is overseas. Now, we do have the Sea of Embrace immediately to our west. They do shipments going across the waters there to any of the settlements that are around the Sea of Embrace. Now, there are also roads around the Sea of Embrace, so if you want your shipment to come in via land and you're a settlement along the beach or shores, or whatever you want to call it, of the Sea of Embrace, then they do have a small division of caravans that go on land. But primarily, they do use aquatic-based transportation. Now, if you want to go international, across the seas, obviously we are landlocked, so what you need to do is either get to the nearest shipping port, that is going to be to the north. The nearest ones are going to be to the northwest of the continent, which is maybe like a mostly west, slightly northish from here. What you gotta do is either hire out their land caravans to go around it. Well, you're gonna have to go on land either way. Let me just put that out there. So, either put the shipment on the Sea of Embrace to get there slightly quicker, and then it needs to be docked onto land and transported to a coastal city to be shipped out international. So, either way, you're touching land.
I still have a map of Sanctus. What is like how many how many coastal cities are there in the northwest? Like, are there a lot, or is there just one huge port? Like, I don't know if a general map would even have that info to begin with, but
It would, and for the context of the map not having literally all of them labeled, it's obviously not going to be there. But if I go to my locations, major locations, on this here place called Sanctus, the large city of... Nope, not Raja and Locke, that's not it. No, it is. Most populated coastal city of all Sanctus, Raja and Locke. You've been there
I thought
before.
that was in the southeast.
Northwest.
I got that. I've got that labeled wrong. Shit.
Raja and Locke is northwest of the continent.
Home turf. Whoa.
I'm just gonna write that.
Represent.
Russia. I'm just gonna write that. I think we've been there before. Okay, that's good to know. Okay. Okay. How big a company is Skeevy Waves? Do they have a lot of ships?
Yes, they are the largest international shipping. There's a couple of small fries that try to do what they do, but simply put, they are the biggest.
Okay. So
What does the usual bodyguard situation look like for them?
That depends if it's going to be an international or a local shipment. So
International.
international, so besides the actual people who are just hired on to how you just transport the stuff, you know, laborers and whatnot, it is going to depend on how precious the cargo is. Generally speaking, in order to save on time and efficiency, if you're doing a large international shipment, there's going to be a large variety of cheap things, expensive things, all on the same boat. So the guard can be relatively uniform. Pun intended, I suppose. I'd hazard somewhere between a minimum of 12 to 18 armed and armored personnel.
Okay.
Not including laborers. That's just armed people.
And
So
has the Crystal Spar family known to throw in any other guards?
Let's see. I would say that they usually don't have a guard. They just usually have some sort of like sales employee or something. Someone to make sure the shipment is being signed by the right person, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Like a courier or something. And in terms of their own guards, I have seen that the couriers will be armed with some of their specialty weapons. How good they are with it, I have no idea. They could be a novice, they could be a master with knives.
So if you were to take a stab at their shipping route, we've
Yeah,
kind of
stab.
made the guess.
Yeah.
Kind of made the guess that it's going to Dominus. They probably stop off at the Volatile Isles at some point, and then.
Oh no.
Is that what you
Good.
said?
No. They shoot up to Sugon. I think Greg's here. He said he did BRB, by the way.
No, I'm back.
No, they didn't go to Volatile. They just cut straight up north and go along the west.
Okay, so they just head straight to the continent. Okay,
But yeah,
I misremembered what we said last week. Okay.
unless these guys do, I don't know. I don't know. Who
Actually,
knows?
all right. But like the most efficient route from there would just would just be
Would be
head
straight
to
up,
Dominus.
straight north.
Yep.
Give or take a little bit east. But you know, judging by you know, weather patterns and whatnot, the whole trip, if you account for assuming you're starting here in Annapolis, the time taken to go out west and then hit Rajan Lock and then the sea journey, best case scenario, you get there in about 2 months and some change. Worst case scenario, you gotta go around, do some maneuvering, 3 months at the max. And that's assuming that you just get to the island. Or not the island, the continent. Because then you have to obviously transport your thing again to its intended destination, where it could be anywhere on the continent. And it's a big continent. Assuming you're saying Dominus, that is.
So
Right.
we're in a, for context, we know the shipment that we're looking for, and we do know where its ultimate destination is. We're just basically looking for all the details in between, so that we have a complete picture of what we're.
If you're trying to put a little caltrop in the road, is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know, Callus, would you phrase it like that too?
Yeah, that's probably the best phrase, to be quite honest with you.
I think at present we're just looking for the path, but yeah, I think that's going to be
Ultimately,
one of the goals.
Yeah.
Once we figure out. I think.
Well, if you know what the size of the shipment is, you might be able to tell which boat it might go on. There's a number of boats in the company of the Skeevy Waves, meant for very large, well-armed individuals to go on for long sea journeys. There's a total of 3, the 3 largest in the fleet. Unless you think it's going to be something petty and small, still going international, they have smaller ships for that.
No, it's a big box of their specialty goods.
Big box of specialty goods, so it's safe to assume it's going to be one of the big 3.
And this is probably a huge ask.
Hmm.
You probably don't know.
Maybe I do.
Like they're shipping the Skeevies.
Skeevy Waves.
The Skeevy Weavies.
The Skeevy Weavies.
No,
Their shipping schedule.
The shipping schedule.
You wouldn't be able to.
That one's a bit
say
tougher to
anything about
ask. I would need to get some of my eyes and ears to become eyes, ears, and fingers, if you know what I mean.
Do you know the names of the big 3 ships? That
I do.
you want us to? Is that extra?
No, I was just ready. I was going to give you guys a moment to get something to write it down with.
Okay.
Go for it.
Alright, the first one is called the Black Bouquet.
Black bouquet.
Alright. Bouquet, bouquet? I don't know what the fuck you want to say it.
Like with the flowers, right?
Like a bouquet of flowers, yeah. Black bouquet. Omelette du fromage, you know?
Wow.
Oh, you're so.
Dexter, say it again.
Omelette du fromage. Oh.
Oh, wee.
I hate kids with funny accents.
Yeah. Who's this funny kid?
You know how people like look back on cartoons and like, wow, that was really racist.
Yeah. Based.
Yeah. Grow thicker skin, would you?
Fuck the French.
They're only good for the French fries, and they're not even French.
Just the name.
Just the fucking name. Those fucking
Harvested their
dweebs.
name. Wow.
All of our French audience are just raging right now.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
of
actually,
French people in here.
and
Goya,
French
the
people,
Bean Bro, is totally French.
no, it's me.
I know it's you.
And me.
British
Mon
people
ami.
invented champagne,
Yeah.
not the French.
So,
There you go.
ship number 1, the Black Bouquet. Ship number 2,
The ship.
No, it's not the ship.
That'd be funny.
Calamari death.
That's why he was mad at us because we stole it.
Yeah, what the fuck, guys?
Trademark.
He didn't TM it.
Next one is Wave Crusher.
Crusher.
Wave Crusher.
Okay.
It's blue.
What's
It's
the
blue.
black bouquet?
Oh, gee, I don't know.
White.
The wave crusher.
I am gonna put blue in parentheses. Just.
Mhm.
Now, if it was green, would it be mean? No. What is it? How does the song go? That was.
I thought
I
you were
for-
going with that old that trike with the levers from way back when the green
thought you-
machine.
Oh, the green
No, I remember
crusher.
that
I thought it was like the Goblin Slayer.
The Mauve Avenger.
That's the next one.
No, that was from Harold. I don't know if anyone remembers that.
Storm.
That's an
Yes,
old
I
one.
do. That was my
The
favorite.
thank you, Andrew.
Stromboli injector.
He gets it.
One guy understood that ref.
And the last one is the Seafoam Mistress. That
We
one
got
is
like a-
white.
That one
Sexy
seems
woman
familiar.
on the-
That one seems familiar.
It's got a, was it got made like a? Do these have like the fronts, maidenheads or whatever? Like,
They do, for good luck, they do need to have some sort of figurehead.
figurehead. That's the one. Yeah.
The Seafoam Mistress does have Sexy Lady on it, and she's got very stylistic censorship of the nipples of Seafoam. The Black Bouquet has a very large, as you can imagine, bouquet of flowers, coquettishly covering up the naughty bits. And the Wave Crusher is a woman with her back facing forward and flexing so that you can't see anything but the butt cheeks.
Nice.
Are they nice butt cheeks?
The best. That's all I gotta say. Imagine the best butt you've ever seen.
I ping Laz. I say Skeevy Waves, Raja and Locke. We have the three most likely boat names. Is there anything else that you think we're missing that potentially we might be able to our friend might potentially be able to tell us?
The land.
What color your underwear?
If they're traveling, yeah. Don't worry.
I'm not
If
wearing
I guess what we want to know, like, if they're going on land, what's the most likely route that they need to do the transfer period? Like what that route typically is.
So for them getting out of this city, just like out of this city specifically, do they typically go by boat? Do they go by land? And if they go by land, which side of the city do they typically exit from? The west?
That one has many what ifs in it. The port nearby does have a large enough. Well, let me just put this out there. Any of the boats that I just mentioned are not going to be in the Sea of Embrace. Those are the big international waters ships. They might just have a couple of significantly smaller ones if they are crossing the Sea of Embrace. Now, that is not to say that they're easy pickings. There are sea monsters in there, and pirates, and up until recently, the undead. So, they are not going to be easy pickings if you're just trying to tag them in the Sea of Embrace. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying if you're not, you know, if so, what ifs. But you need to determine whether or not if they are going to be going to the Sea of Embrace first and not just taking the land route around the Sea of Embrace, which does take longer, mind you. So it's more than likely, if they're trying to get there in a timely manner, then they will be cutting across the Sea of Embrace, coming in from the east, and then turning hard northwest to get to the other side, which is closer to Raja and Locke. And then taking land all the way there. Also, this time of the year, the sandstorm will not be an issue. I'm just putting it out there.
That helps.
You relay any of this?
Yeah, I relay. I give you the parts.
If it's going to be at that port, have I heard of any of these ships before? Would I've ever seen them in my lifetime?
Which ones?
The Black Bouquet, Wave Crusher, or the Seafarer Mistress? If they're
You
larger ships.
were
Incarcerated.
yeah, I could say so for a
For a day,
bit.
yeah.
for just a little bit, but then when you left to go do other things, the only one you would have remembered would be the Seafoam Mistress. The other ones are too recent, or at least, somewhere in that large gap of time where you were away.
I say to Varys, if we give him the description of the container, okay, 5 foot by 5 foot by 6 foot container, is labeled Ryan Fletch Hecafates. That's the shipment that we're looking for. That might narrow down if it'll be on one of those. Maybe it's quite big, and obviously they're going to be very prompt with their deliveries. So, I think they're going to want it's a very big shipment.
Okay.
So it's probably going to be, Amazon advanced shipping or whatever. Like,
You guys got Prime?
yeah, they got fucking super Prime, Squid
any,
Prime.
Any primers? I don't have a sub button, so I can't even ask that.
Rodan, if we needed
Damn, I would've gave you it.
we needed your appendages to become more active, how much would that cost us for some more information that we need that you probably don't have on hand?
Well, more what ifs. How soon do you need it? And from whom do you need me to get my fingers into the pie?
From the inside of
Prison.
the Skivvy Wave Company, and as soon as possible.
Let me see. And what information are my digits going to be hunting for?
A shipment that's going to Dominus, specifically Hecafates and Rhyme
Fletch is the region. Hecafates is the city.
Ryan Fletch, and I messaged what was the
5 foot by 5 foot by 6 foot.
5 by 5 by 6.
What color was the crate, Adam?
Wood.
What color wood?
Brown.
Light brown, dark brown,
Yes, brown.
piss brown.
Yes, it's brown.
Okay, I don't know. That might help.
Doo-doo
Also,
caca
like
brown.
Greg Brown, you're
Just
Brown,
an
Henry
unassuming-
Colombian woman brown.
Whoa,
That's a good one.
Zooey mama, as they say in
Henry
South America.
just had like 5 different images flash in his
What's
head.
that?
Like,
Like
hold on,
Griffin
they
with
could
that
be-
skin tone chart.
They
like,
could be different amount of brown in that range there, Adam.
Yes.
All I was thinking about was butts, so that's all I got from that.
I was thinking road to El Dorado, like woman.
Shell.
Yeah, that's always what I'm thinking about too.
That tone, Adam.
They were just wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah,
Milk
I
chocolate.
tell him that information about the
Alright. I think this will be a good test for my fingers. Tell you what. I think, best case scenario, I can get that for you tomorrow morning.
Oh, jeez.
But
Yes.
if you want it to be that quick, and I'm gonna need a little bit of down payment.
Give me the number. I'll give you a full payment right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say it's except for half. But all right, sure. You're a very, very touting customer. I like that. You want an apple?
Sure. Is it an ivory apple?
No, it's an actual apple.
He'll die. He'll die if you eat that. It's not real. You'll kill calories with it.
You ever done that? Every kid has done that at least once. Grab the plastic fruit from the bowl.
Ah!
This looks good.
And
Like,
it's horrible, much worst feeling on your teeth ever. Like
I'm gonna be asking
no, the worst is
for.
when it's not hard enough to.
it's a
not break
glass
your teeth.
bauble.
No, it's like cheap plastic. Your teeth go through, but all you taste is that nasty
nothingness.
plastic.
Oh god.
How many of you guys are speaking from personal experience?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Okay.
think I said it.
2 counts: fake fruit and bauble.
Nice. I bit a Christmas ornament.
Oh, did
Why
it just
you-
shatter in your mouth?
No,
Like, what
I'm
the fuck?
joking. Oh, I didn't
Oh.
actually do that. I've dropped them on the floor
Yeah.
before a lot, though.
Purposefully.
And
yes,
then
a lot-
put 'em in
a
my
lot-
mouth.
The a lot part. Maybe
You ever see those guys who are like the My Weird Addiction thing? The person who eats light bulbs?
Yeah, that one's weird.
What the
Or was,
hell?
or was it just all glass? I don't know. I think it was just light bulbs.
One of the other one is the lady that ate shit, like actual poopy.
Oh,
That one was weird.
and the one that ate rocks. No.
They hate rocks.
I mean,
Yeah.
listen, if you go to China, all right, half of
Yeah,
their...
but they're
They're
not
sucking 'em.
chewing them.
They're sucking
That lady
'em,
was
mate.
like crunching it like
I
it
hated
was.
that video. It was stupid.
Well,
Which one? The China one?
or
She's
the
just like
eating rocks
sucking
one.
a rock. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Or like
just-
the ice cube ones that they just marinate the ice cubes and give it to you
I
before.
mean, I want to try that. That doesn't seem.
You can do it at
horrible,
home,
but-
Dan. You don't need to go to China for that.
marinated. I do.
Anyways, it's gonna be a bit pricey, so I'm gonna be asking for 750 Samir. I know that's a bit pricey for information, but you are paying for a service, and
I'm also paying to be expedited. You said 750?
750 Samir. I know it's a bit pricey, but
Nah, you're good.
this is also paying for the employee
pay
that
for
I'm
half?
sending out.
Nah, I got it.
Very well.
I'll give him 800.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I'm hard of hearing. Oh, I thought you said 800.
Well then, let me just go ahead and send a message out, and please come back here around how about 10 minutes before I open the stall?
Well, okay, what time is that usually?
Like 7:50.
Alright.
And then please don't mention ivory bananas.
No, I
Just
will
use
say,
my temporary key phrase.
I'll say, can I see your more ripe produce?
Yes, that'll be fine.
Fruities.
But in any case, I believe I can have that for you lickety split. And alright then. If you don't mind, I do need to send the dispatch out as soon as possible, let them know that they have a mission. And I'll have that information for you hopefully in the morning. Now, if they get caught, no refunds.
No, if they get caught, also don't throw my name in there.
No, they're gonna zip up and, like a clam, you might say.
Alright.
Clam
They're gonna
up.
say zip. What?
They
I mean, I
they
think the word
zip up.
with a company like this, that's a positive. Like, that's not a.
Yes, they
I
don't
don't know why
want
you're
you.
offended.
No loose lips sinking no ships here, fellas. So,
Perfect.
in any case, I will bid you adieu, and I must
Yep.
send out this dispatch. I will be attending the stall if you actually want to buy any fruits or vegetables, by the way. Just putting it
Did
out
Zip
there.
come with us?
Thought he was.
Thank you, so.
Yeah,
That
I
was-
was depressed about bananas.
yeah,
Did
he's-
you?
He went
Did you
to a
want-
different stand.
Do you have actual banana? You have actual bananas.
I
right?
do have actual bananas. I'd advise
want
buying them
banana?
as soon as possible. They go spoiled very quickly, unless
You
you want to
want
make
banana?
banana
Did you
bread.
get any of those tangelos? Actually, I remember asking last time.
Oh yes, I do remember you. The ilk of your face.
Tan jello.
They are quite, how you say, tiny. You sure you don't want any bigger? I do have oranges as well, but the neat thing about these is you can peel them all off in one go.
Ooh, I love oranges. Give me those.
No, it's the Tangelos that are
Oh, the
easy to.
tangelos. Give me those tangelos, baby.
All right, well, if you want to buy anything, it's a bushel of 1 dozen for the low price of 15 Samir. It's a steal.
Is the Tangelo an actual fruit, or is that just like some corporate name for their GMO variety?
I honestly have no idea. But it's got a funny name, and it was used in a cartoon, so we're gonna go with it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that is true.
I think it is
Clowns hate
botanically different.
Clowns hate Tangelos. Messes with the equilibrium.
You wait for that clown Yanmin to show up, and then Zip will have his tangelos.
I be squidding.
Just
I'll
throw
shoot
a
ink on us,
tangelo
like.
right through his forehead as Dr. Bananas.
the inner frat boy thing, where it's just like, clowns ain't scary, Billy. They're just different.
That is true.
That's another one that you probably couldn't do anymore because he's like,
Yeah,
people
the
are
rest of
different.
it, yeah, the rest of it is just like, you shouldn't be scared of them. You should be angry at them. What, my way of life isn't good enough for you? Now, ready for your paddling? I want to watch that episode now.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, besides old cartoons, you want to buy any fruits?
Just the tangelos.
Yeah,
Mhm.
buy some tangelos too.
And a bushel of bananas is a little bit more expensive, but if you want to buy those, it comes with like 20 fucking bananas on it, and it costs 18 Samir. I'll buy your entire stock.
Hey, did you want bananas?
Yeah.
I buy
What
the
a
20.
stupid question. I'm the I know the doctor.
Does a bear
Can-
shit in the woods?
Does a
I
Doctor
fucking hate
need-
that question.
Probably does, right? Or doesn't he? Like, clogs his ass up.
Yeah,
No, they go to the
Yeah.
toilet,
No.
the forest toilet.
You ever seen Winnie the Pooh in it? Poop? Yeah.
We need a never shit. It's just our alias.
So he kept getting fatter. He just couldn't get rid of his
Yeah.
poo.
Exactly.
Oh, he was
was
fucking.
It's just like a fucking Zach hypothetical. Like,
Constipated.
what if he
Yeah.
didn't poo? Like, the pee pee poo poo.
There's one with Corey talking about that with them, and it gets
Oh,
really
no.
awful really quickly.
It'd be like sperm retention, but with poop or something.
Ugh.
Fuck.
Oh, jeez.
No, it's not about the bathtub. Sleepy cabin, you guys should watch.
Oh, God.
Do they still do that?
Oh. No.
Okay, I figured.
Speaking of horror, D
Mhm.
Gray's playing Monster Hunter Rise right now.
Oh my god, he's probably playing with someone.
Why is that horror?
He kept complaining about how he doesn't like the game, but
But he's playing it now.
yeah.
Sadist.
Anyways, all right.
I don't know. They all feel the World and Rise, at least gameplay wise, felt the same to me.
Yeah.
I'm
World,
not some
no.
Monster Hunter fanatic.
Alright.
World is better in my
Kill
opinion.
You dabble. You
There's
dabble.
like 2 extra buttons, Pat.
I can do my cool katana shit.
Yeah, you can do a lot of cool katana shit, and then you can switch stances and get another 2.
That's exactly. It's the Asian game. It has to be katana based.
Well,
Clearly.
Sword and Shield is no longer the default, so. Woe is
Oh,
me.
what is?
They
Longsword?
default you to longsword, yeah. In Rise, the first sword they give you is longsword.
Right.
At least that kind of makes sense for Rise, at least based on its theme. We'll see what they default you in Wilds.
Great sword, probably.
Yes, Uncle Bongo.
Okay. We said something about going to, finding a nice, open, not so great, a good spot to test this hat, where there wouldn't be any bystanders around to accidentally get hit by arrows. Is that what we?
Was that an actual true thing, or was that just like a thing that that Laszlo was saying just to?
We might as well
Cool.
do it anyway.
So-
We're here. We can file a report. while we're-
Opportunity to shoot Laszlo.
Boy, would I.
Whoa.
Well, you do need to exit the city, because there are no designated areas that you guys can easily use. While the guards have their own training grounds, they're not like... you guys are asking for a shooting range, and like you'd be walking into like a dojo with a gun.
Wow.
Want something open so no one gets hit by the deflected arrow. So yeah.
If you go just a mere 15 minutes outside of the city, crossing some of the locations where you remember a pirate ship being docked inappropriately, just go a little bit north beyond that, and there's a location that is between 2 little fishing outposts that is far away enough that even Varys couldn't hit one of the shacks, even if he arced the shot really high. So,
Curve the bullet.
in either case, you're in the middle of sand to your backs, and the ocean or the Sea of Embrace to your west. And sand beneath your feet, covered by more sand. With the hat ready to deflect, or not, it's up
What's
to you.
the DC calculation? Is it wisdom plus
For what?
for the hat?
It's the monk's calculation. It's a d10 plus level plus your wisdom, not dex. Normally it's for monks, it would be dex.
As I get ready, the first shot, I say,
Try aim for your face.
Laszlo, go back more.
Short of being in Raja and Locke for the moment the crate goes out by tomorrow morning, I think we're going to have every bit of information on the shipment that we're going to have until it actually is en route.
Okay. Good. We'll probably need to figure out the degrees of how we want to resolve it. If it's going in the Sea of Embrace, do we sick the necromancer on them and us?
Do we want to wait for it to be a little further out so it's less practical for them to
Recover it, yeah.
cover it? So it's like, oh shit, this happened right in our doorstep.
We might have
let's-
to consult the pirates.
So I think that more than.
Whoa. You heard me. Valdo,
think-
you heard my name?
I think that might be a better bet
Back.
Sending, then
Yeah.
intercepting it here. Another option, if we really can't, either the pirates don't cooperate or we can't even contact them, I would say another option is for us to do it as, again.
Well,
that
here's the
I don't-
thing with that, right? We would have to all be disguised. Because what happens if they come back and they're like, "Oh shit, yeah, it's the guys that you gave Diamond Quartz weapons to." And plus, we have Diamond Quartz weapons, all of us,
Zip does not.
except Zip and Dottie. But besides that, everyone has something that would identify us as part of.
I mean, I'm sure they'd have lookouts at all times during the voyage, but like if we could get in at night or get someone in the ship, Laszlo might not be able to fit under deck, but like if he hypothetically he could, his rucksack can fit the crate. The crate is pretty small relative to what his spell can carry. So if anything, we could just nab it and dispose of it elsewhere.
Just nab it. Yeah.
Just dispose of
I
it.
would
Yes,
I
of
would rather
course.
not have to resort to that if we didn't have to. So that's a all else fails option. The thing I think we should do, regardless of how we decide to intercept the crate, I think we should get word to your friends, Kalos, and let them know the names of the ship as a contingency in case the ship does get the Dominus.
What?
So
Thank you.
for that, I would have to go back to Solholm in order to pass on that information.
Or maybe we just go there ourselves and
Oh, yeah, I still agree.
contact
I
the resistance.
I don't think we should intercept the ship in the Sea of Embrace or whatever it was called, so I don't have to deal with the Dread Pirate and Laszlo.
Oh no, the Sea of Embrace is the one that's like over there.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
the
do we-
Upper Sea.
Do we just have to
Yeah.
break the boat?
I don't know my seas yet. I only know my place.
No, like it's basically just like a big ass lake.
Hmm.
But I mean, here's the other thing that we can do, and depending on how your moral compass is leaning towards,
Oh no.
we can we can sick the necromancer on them.
I have already
I don't
suggested
know.
this. I'm not opposed to it. It's he could do
He's
with
here
that.
though, and I'm not like saying no, but I also think that like the city guards are watching. They're waiting for another undead.
Yeah, totally. But here's the thing, right? If we sick them at the point right, like in the middle of the sea, depending on how the guard route is, they might not even be able to see it.
Can his minions swim? Didn't they walk out of the ocean?
I'm pretty sure they can also just grab the thing from underneath and.
We could just fly over it, and I could body slam as a brontosaurus.
True. This is very much true. It's
Sorry,
very.
could-
It's.
Well,
it's,
that necromancer is on our side in the sense that they want to take out the squids. So
Or why don't we just take the Death Ray, float above the ship, and shoot it until it sinks?
It doesn't do that much. I'm pretty sure body slamming it would be the
Yeah,
faster way.
no, yeah, I think body slamming would be the faster way. But I think we should still contact the necromancer and be like, "Hey, our mutual enemies are getting a giant shipment of things that is going to help them along. Can you sink this ship for us that's going to be passing here?" That's even if they go towards the Sea of Embrace, right?
they most likely will, based on the price of the shipment
So
and the expedited need for it.
I know the only one that has the communication device is Daedalus, and apparently Andrew isn't here. So he would be the only one that would contact, unless you would want to swipe it off of him. Contact.
I think we should cover multiple bases.
Bob's
but
prophecy, Adam.
here's-
Bob's prophecy from
Yeah.
yesterday.
What was this prophet?
Andrew, you here?
My biggest concern again
Okay.
isn't so much that it's my concern with using the necromancer it's pretty close to the Crystal Spark doorstep where the shipment could get replaced. Worst case scenario, and we basically have to keep rinsing and repeating. And
Oh, like farther enough along that they think, oh,
Yeah, so
we don't need to get a
that's
crazy
why
big
like
thing.
my
right?
ideal version is either in the ocean or like worst case scenario we contact the resistance and have them.
No,
You know-
well, I think we should do both of them anyway, right? Because one, we'll contact the resistance and be like, "Hey, look out for this ship. Look out for these ships are going to be carrying around a box that looks like this," but then at the same time sink them here so that delays it even more. He did. Rodan did say that it'll take 2.5 months to get there, right? And
But
then
I'm-
so here's what happens if they sink. It'll probably take a little bit more than 3 months, and the revealing
But
of
it's October, right? DM. It's not September.
We're on the ass end of September.
Okay. So here's my concern with sinking it here. Like, I don't want to. We could maybe find this out, but like again, it's like how indiscreet do we want to be? Like, the Crystal Spark has the inventory to replace the missing shipment. The shipment goes out tomorrow. That's great. We sink the boat within the next couple days. They just reassemble it, and that's still more than enough time, I think, for the crate to get up to Dominus. Whereas we do it in the middle of the ocean, it's going to be at least a month and change until it's like within range of that port, and then we sink it there, and it's like, all right, that adds time onto replacing the shipment that then potentially is the difference between them getting the weapons, period, or just not in time for
right.
the day.
No, I get where you're coming from on that. That's
Also,
probable.
if we go like really, really high up above, Zip, can't you change the weather?
No.
Yes, it takes an hour.
Well, like, can you just make it
But yeah.
worse and worse and worse and worse each
Mhm.
hour? Okay.
Oh well, I think I can.
But think, if we rob the ship, think of how many diamond quartz we can get.
What if they tracking it though?
Oh, could they do that with magic? Ooh,
Probably.
shit.
So let's go back to Laszlo's. What was Valdo's MO when he marked you? Did he like?
Be right back.
Was it kind of trying to think of the phrasing. I'm not saying we like if hypothetically we hire. I'm not saying we like absolutely make the conditions like do not kill anyone, but at the same time,
Well,
is that his first kind of
Well,
his first?
I would imagine, as a dread pirate myself, I would imagine he wants to add as much to his crew as possible.
But I'm saying if we say like the shipment is also part of his, and it's like, you know,
I don't know.
is he indiscriminate, or is he interested more in his contracts than he is adding to?
Like the guy we killed, he
Like,
was very contract.
Can we get him to like
kind of
maybe-
sleepy as well for a time. DM. I mean, all I have in my notes when I did our backstory was like I was marked. What was like the context in the?
He picks on people who go out to open seas and is like, "Hey, come into a contract with me, or I'll kill you,
And I
take
won't
your
kill
soul."
you.
Yeah, pretty much that. Yeah. I
So
was
he's
out in the
not
open seas with my
necessarily-
dad, and he just happened to rock up.
was just the two of you?
I don't know. I can't remember. Some people probably died on there. But me and my dad got out. Well,
Okay.
yeah, but a long time ago.
All right, so it's not. Again,
It-
it's
yeah.
minor details, but like.
Well, there
we
is
do want-
like two seas, by the way. Like, there's a Dominus Sea that is a portion,
All right.
but there is some possible pull. He'll know where I am. I'm like a very nice piece of bait. If I do appear on the sea, but I will need to.
Yeah, he'll be he'll know instantly.
I will need to sacrifice some people if I go. So.
Not if you go on a very tiny boat. It's only one. Smaller the boat, better you are.
If I'm not on a boat,
Yeah, I don't
Swim?
know if the death ray counts as a boat because it's not in the water.
well, I've got the cloak of the sailfish. I could swim. but I don't know if that's going to be very fast.
So, Adam,
Hmm.
he would even if he's not on a boat, I could tell as a fellow dread pirate. Even if Laszlo was just in the water swimming, I would know, or he
Yes.
would know.
Would I still have to pay
Pay a
Zeth?
soul? Does he count as a boat?
They
Is
have
he
to-
big enough to count as a boat?
So here's the kicker, all right? So there is a minimum 1 soul requirement for people who are marked. This includes, though, if you are, say, a marked person, and let's say your ship capsizes not as a result of any Dreadpire activity, but just other third-party means of capsizing your ship. So I've come up with a lot of what-if scenarios on how you need to pay your toll. So let's say you're on like the border of coast and open seas, and your ship, which would normally require 1 person to sacrifice if you're a marked person, crossed from the shore into open seas area. If it crashed before that, but then somehow your body got out into the open seas, you would still need to pay a toll.
Laszlo, that's not going to work.
Okay, so what if I show up as a dragon and attack the ship, and then we can blame it on a green dragon?
That
Oh yeah, you can make yourself into a dragon.
I don't think a green dragon's not very common around here. Paris?
No, I think they're. I'm gonna take a stab without rolling dice that the green dragons are more Eye of Zosha. If Zip is
That could trace back to you and us.
Well, I mean, someone brought up morals. I mean, do we have to have them all survive? Someone's gonna swim all the way back in the middle of the ocean and make it.
Yes,
Well,
we
Adriel
cannot
did
just
it.
kill people.
if it's to stop
Your
the,
rings of power.
if it's to stop the squids,
She did
I
it! She
think
did
it's
it!
fine.
Queen!
Ugh.
Oh.
I mean, if we can get our ship that close to it, let's set aside Voldo for the moment. Let's say if we can get our ship that close to it to begin with, then we can then sick Zip on the boat and have him.
But I'm
go
going to have to
next.
touch that boat, and then I'm going to be like, he's going to know.
Yeah, because only you have that the whole thing, right?
Yeah,
And we can't use that. That's something.
I don't think so. I think it's a whiz spell.
Well,
I
if
can
we
always
figure
tsunami
this,
the
if we
ship.
figure this, if you do not want to like just massacre the ship, we can get someone. We can go to the desert, pick up a random bandit, and Laszlo could throw him in the water
John Bandit.
when he sneaks on the ship. That might make noise though.
Yeah, and he might not comply.
And I don't know. We don't know how big the ship is. It could be like 100-foot ship, and what?
What if we maybe
is that
instead
5
of
souls or 10
we could
souls?
I mean,
we
if
could
it comes down to us having to do it, we could also wait till it's in ominous waters, and then this is not an issue that we have to worry about.
Exactly. That's what I agree on. Just wait.
okay, but you know Valdo could be reached out to. I don't know. I have met him. I could message her. He might not respond. Like, but it might be better if you do it, Zen. I don't know if you have any. Do you have like a Dread Pirate manual or whatever? Do you like phone this number?
I don't think, other than that supposed meeting, I don't think we interact much.
Okay. We could either do it on the northwest route if they go across the sea, like after they've got across the Sea of Embrace. Do something there. We could also do it in the Dominus Seas. If they're going up the west, we could possibly recruit the Yanmin that's in the submarine. That's a defector. That could be like, you don't have to come to space with us, but you could do this for us. But that's like halfway up the continent. That's if they even go. They don't go up through land.
Alright.
You want to shoot me?
Sure, I'll
Yeah.
shoot Laz with a single regular arrow.
Oh, I mean, okay.
So like after the yeah.
Most powerful arrow in my kit,
I-
arrow of slaying.
Oh, these
Um,
arrows I bought.
What are my bonuses again? I should know this off the top of my head.
Yeah, you go. Are you do it? I want to. I say before you do this, I want to do this like maybe not like the best archer in the world situation. Maybe, I mean, you know, who knows what they have, but just shoot me and see what happens.
That's a 27 to hit.
Oh, okay. Right, calculating this. So when
Do I gotta roll damage first?
You do
and
need
then
to roll
it?
damage because the
Yeah.
amount he can deflect is relative to the damage.
Let me find my d10s. Hold up, they're in here somewhere.
Can I reduce it to 0? Probably not.
I mean, my bonus.
It says your monk level. I'm not a monk, so is it just nothing, or is it just my
It just
level?
uses character level.
So I have a +9, so the minimum I can roll is a 10. I think.
18.
Let's see. Where is? Let me just double check that number. Yeah, +9.
And I roll a d10.
Um,
Oh, I got 10. Okay, did you do more than 28 damage?
no, actually, I think
Oh!
I
I-
did 16 damage.
Okay, I
Mhm.
catch it. How do I catch it? I lean my head forward and it like
No,
Pings off?
if you've ever seen that,
I don't catch
that
it,
no, you don't. It's deflect only. If you've ever seen that one umbrella, that's just like a rod that's supposed to like make the water go around you, you know,
Mhm.
and then the person next to you gets all of it in their face. But yeah,
No one was standing near me.
there's
I
there's
hope.
an invisible force field of silken threads that catches the arrow and then causes it to lose most of its kinetic energy. If it loses all of it, then it just drops to the ground. Or deflects, rather. Not like too violently, but like you don't
Mhm.
want to be too close. It'll catch you in the eye or something. But it does require a reaction, so you can realistically only do it once per turn.
Wow. All right. Wait 6 seconds. Someone
I'd do
else.
it before.
Well,
Surprise.
okay, if I could just gonna shoot me then.
I'll shoot Laszlo next after 6 seconds.
Okay, wow, good sport. And then here comes Giant Fist.
25 to hit.
Yeah. I'm not gonna shield or anything because I don't. If this is gonna be used for other people, I don't think. I got another 10. Okay, so that you need to beat a 28 damage to kill me. Hurt me with
I
an
don't
arrow.
think I can.
How do
What's
you
this,
calculate the
9?
deflection on this?
You do a roll a d10, add your level and wisdom. I don't have any.
No,
wisdom.
Yeah, no, 15.
Okay. Dropped like. Okay.
Can I hypothetically beat that?
Well, it depends on his D10 roll. So if he
Yeah, I've just lucked out on the 210. So if I roll again, I'm gonna roll.
So without any extra spells like Hunter's Mark or anything like that.
What the fuck? I got another 10.
If
I'm rolling again.
If I max roll a sharpshooter, yes, I can do that.
Dan's
Okay, I
just
got a
rolling a
lot.
piece of paper that just says 10 on it.
Wow! No, I got a 1 that time. So that was
A
19. So even then that wouldn't hit, but yeah. Okay, pretty dang good. But yes, if there's a sniper,
Do you want
Yeah,
me
but-
to sharpshooter? Is that what you're saying? Give it a try.
give it a whirl. Yeah.
Zip wants to throw 10 jello at him.
To go for it, the Tangela. Well, I mean, I think you'd benefit from this more, right? Because it's wisdom scaling.
Oh.
You have plus, yeah. If you want to take this after and use it, but I don't know how often you're using your
12.
reaction. Like,
12 plus your
Does
dex,
a
right?
19
Mhm.
plus.
19 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, that just misses me. I got 22 AC.
Well, I missed 2. I got 15.
The Tangelo just rolls in the sand.
No.
You can still eat it. You can take the peel off.
Oh, okay.
You throw a peeled Tangelo at him.
Ah! It fucking gets caught in the wind and hits him. Okay, well, you don't need to shoot me anymore. I do like a little timeout. Shall I walk over?
Throw a banana at him.
That gets me probably. Okay, well this is pretty good. Yeah, I don't know if it's best for me to use this thing, but even without much wisdom about myself, this is pretty good. Any takers?
I'll take it.
I
It's
think it off.
another big hat for Zip.
Yeah, there you go. It's called the quartz deflector.
H for hat.
H. Yeah, H.
Not to be confused with any quartz deflector shields. Because those exist.
Oh.
Alright, if everyone is done shooting at Laszlo, then I guess we can go back in the city.
Not yet. Andrew smites me. Like,
No, it's
with
only
his
missile
with
weapons.
his-
I'm
Whoops, you.
totally in the ground.
Do you want to use the any of the other equipment? Not on me, but like the the arrow that has the grappling hook combo thing that we were thinking of. Do you want to see if that works?
So it's an arrow with.
Or the zipline arrow thing that we were cooking up?
Show to me real quick. Sure. Let's take a look.
Well, I've got Barris has the arrows for the attaching something to, and I gave him the zipline spear thing. I don't know if that's comboable. But you have to hold the other end of the thing. But
So it just itself adheres, and then you could just use a zip line, or
Zip line.
I think you need to be holding the end that, right? I
Well,
don't know how it works.
if you let it go, then the string will just,
Go with it.
Yeah, so.
Let it go. Let it.
I think
And
that's
he's
the
trying to get us
question. I think we were trying
DMC'd.
to figure out for like, is it compatible with the catapult arrows? Is what I think the question we were trying to figure
Well,
out.
catapult arrows require an item to be somewhere between, what, 5 to 10 pounds or something?
You said 1 to 5.
Oh, 1 to 5, yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And a javelin is 2 pounds. Huh. Thanks, D&D Beyond.
What a loophole that Adam is not accounted for.
Well, the rope only has a maximum of 500 feet, so...
Yeah, I suppose you need to attach part of that rope to your bow. Or whatever.
Oh.
I put it around my loose tooth.
Yeah, that could work. That could be a... But is it like a... You say a word and it like... You zoom up the distance? Like a zipline?
Mhm.
Okay.
I said I don't actually know. I don't know why I answered.
I was just saying it
was
could be a
muted.
really
No one
useful
heard
play.
this. I found I got a new teleportation method. Zip, you can transform into a mouse, and we could attach you to it
Oh my god.
and shoot him like 500.
He'd be like
feet.
those
That's a
yeah.
dimension door.
500 feet
I have a question.
terminal...
though.
What's the terminal velocity of...
What happens to Zip if he's on the catapult arrow that's sliding and
He's on the back. All he has to do is jump off at the right moment.
is he
Small
the
mouse
3d8 damage that comes from casting catapult?
Well, then he just transforms back into Zip.
Because here's the thing, here's the rule. You can only hit something as hard as it hits you back. So it's like, does he have to take the catapult damage if he's hitting the little catapult tray when we...
Well, the catapult, the thing it hits is it. I don't think what's attached to it, to that special arrow.
But like...
Oh, wait, no, I forgot. No, it doesn't attach to it physically,
This
right?
is how... I'm not
It's
so
next
much.
to
I'm not so much applying like D&D rules. I'm applying physics rules, as in the object. If we're casting catapult, the object that's being attached to the arrow is doing the catapult damage, but therefore that item is then also taking that damage. So, am I basically smashing Zip into whichever whatever creature I'm shooting?
He lands on the
Actually,
thing, then the
no,
arrow
because
hits
here's
him. Like...
All right. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Doesn't Zip's new Arch Druid ability means he doesn't take like bleed damage when he turns into a mouse?
It's piercing damage. And it's also only in monkey form. That's it. That's his preferred form.
Okay.
You could
Piercing
just
damage,
attach that the end of that arrow. And it's on an arrowhead, right? Yeah, we can put it on like a ballista and fire
See, because
big
in my
monkey.
head
Like...
it was put Zip in the tray, shoot him.
Get a giant ballista that
Mouse
fires
Zip
logs,
smashes
attach
it.
monkey. Like...
Mouse Zip smashes into target, takes the damage, but turns back into Zip as a result, and then...
So, also, the last sentence of catapult, when the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, I thought you just say explodes. I'm like, well, I don't know
What's
about that now.
It also says objects, which means it can't be attached to creatures.
Aw.
Damn.
You need to be dead.
He has to be dead.
You could put him into the catatonic state.
Catatonic
False
doesn't mean
life.
dead.
No,
Oh,
what
okay.
there's a spell that
The thing that blew up Dauntless.
pretty much.
Feign death?
Yeah, feign death. Yeah. I don't think they get treated as an object though.
You're
So
perceived as dead. You're not
can't
actually
do-
dead.
Perceived to
can't-
the DM as dead.
So
We
we
can't.
can't do the Hawkeye Ant-Man thing. Is basically
Nah.
what.
Thanos, you live another day.
I'm going up Thanos' ass.
Did you guys see season 2 of Invincible?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
They basically put that theory to the test, and it turns out it doesn't work so well.
Yeah.
For who?
For the hypothetical Ant-Man in that
Oh.
scenario.
What does it just not
Oh
work?
right, yeah, no, it doesn't work.
In
What
the
happened?
comic book, he actually got eaten.
Oh yeah, that's what happens.
God.
One of the Well, do you want spoilers? If you
I
I'm
genuinely
not
don't
gonna
care.
watch it.
Is that
Yeah, go ahead.
so? Basically, one of the characters can shrink, and she gets swallowed by one of the bad guys, and she tries to grow back to regular size, but it like breaks every bone in her body trying to expand and fit herself inside this guy's digestive tract.
Jeez.
So it's like
No, I think she actually does it willingly. I don't think she gets.
she does
swallowed.
it willingly, but
Yeah.
like she survives in the show at least.
Yeah, he flexes
It's-
her like back down because he has super strength.
Basically, the only reason she like gets out of there is because they cut his head off and she climbs out. So
Jeez.
with every bone in her body broken because
Yeah.
the
He
numbers
has super muscles.
Well.
But if it was a
note to
regular
self.
person, though.
Yeah, they'd be.
Right.
Sh-
I think she did that to regular people before.
Yeah, I think that's why she does it, because she did it too.
I'd play the long game and I'd just leave like.
Can you even flex your stomach lining? That's not a muscle.
No, I think he just he flexes
The
his
muscles
neck.
around it.
I'm gonna shit really fast, and you're gonna
That's
die.
why. That's why you're. That's why you pucker your asshole. And you just,
Okay.
Kill someone. Like, okay, right, yeah.
Thanos just crushes Ant-Man in his lower intestine.
Well, that's it. Thanos is a Titan, so it's like, yeah, he
Wouldn't have worked. Good thing they didn't try it.
Thanos would just discover something about himself he never wanted to. And
He's like, well, I can do that. Oh no.
it felt amazing, but I can't tell anyone. It's like, oh.
Dang it.
I can never recreate this ever again. Unless
He has a time stone, so he could.
That's Hank Pym's like.
I have found my
awful
fetish. I am going to
life.
live in this ecstasy for
Of just getting fucking killing a guy. Oh my god. That's fucked up.
What are we doing again?
Yeah,
Uh,
get
we're
rid of
just
it.
coming up with theories about if it would work or not.
Oh right, you're gonna put mice on catapults, but
Yeah.
no, it wouldn't work. No.
mice are not objects. We
Nope.
found out.
I'd sit by him a human.
So are we
Copy.
to contact the necromancer and sort of play to the we're on the same side? But no, we're not. You want to leave it to Dread Pirate stuff.
Well, again, my worry is that it's too close to the port where it's like it's a replaceable shipment if we're
Mhm.
doing it this close to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's a huge amount of fucking diamond quartz.
I
But
mean,
it might
we-
be-
we
300
could-
pounds worth.
We could peruse around and ask, like.
I think we've asked enough questions and
Yeah.
maybe too many questions for it to be like, why are you asking all these questions?
Yeah, and then
So-
something will happen to it, and it'll be like, I
Yeah,
wonder
so we
what-
haven't asked enough or many just to. Yeah. It might be a pirate situation. But yeah, contacting people anyways would be good.
I still think, regardless of whichever of our methods, whether us, necromancer, or dread pirates, we go with this. I still think we reach out to this resistance and say, hey, we're working on something on our end, but like we need contingency.
Okay. Well, I've got the dirt. But we need to wait a day, right? Is that what you said? To get info.
Yeah, we have to wait a day.
Well, in the meantime, we might as well just keep an eye on the warehouse to see if it ships. I can wait outside.
Oh, we'll hear it apparently as well. It's loud, right? Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, we have a guy watching it, so I don't think we need to watch it tonight. Like,
Oh, we have
know.
someone else watching it?
Yeah, no, that's why that's what the guy is.
Oh, that's what we paid him for.
So you have a spider on it too.
Yeah.
You also have a spider.
I'm leaving that on there because I can I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna scry on my familiar, and I should be able to see them and the location that they're in.
You find them T-posing on the box.
Wow.
It's in the warehouse.
How do you T-pose if you're a spider and have
They just
8
go
arms?
flat, like
Mm-hmm.
star
Meta
pose.
Chaos can T-pose.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, it's currently still in the warehouse, so it's a good chance you still have the rest of the day all to your lonesome.
Just hear Fug
Collectively.
swearing, like, fuck this shit, I fucking hate this clip job. Maybe we do fire him, maybe he wants to get out. Maybe we assume he likes his job.
What's he gonna
Can
do?
you-
He has a son. Single father, Dan.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Just do that.
Can you explain to me the part in your recap, Dan, where it's like the 3 old men are coming out of heist retirement to save the most important NPC, Goblin? What
So
does
Fug-
that come from?
So we were joking at the end of the session that, like, oh no, Fug might lose his job if we like too overt with this, and we were all laughing about it.
Oh,
And then we were like,
okay.
because we 3 old men, we did the big mirror heist.
Right. I just didn't. I guess that last part I didn't hear on the stream because I was just like, "Where the fuck?"
Yeah, that might have been after the stream. But yeah, we were like, oh no, Fug could lose his job. And we're like, we can't. The most valuable side mission, like, don't let Fug lose his job.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
where
need
it
to
came
know.
from. Yeah.
But yeah, contacting the resistance, we'll have to go back to Sohome. If not, go there directly. And if we go there directly, right? I don't know how Laszlo's gonna be coming in. Besides,
No, we just went. Look at his top half. He's an elf spider monster.
okay. But then here's the other thing, right? We are fucking dripping in magical who's what's it's from armor to bows. They're gonna crack down on us. We have to find somehow to wade it in without drawing too much attention on us.
That sounds like the resistance to do that. Maybe they're not all in the city. I don't
And
know.
our associate who's already there might be able to provide
Well,
us with an entry point.
Kalos.
I would have to re-ask uh 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 Lucio, right? No.
How many people are around us? Let me ask that.
We're out in the middle of
we're out in
nowhere.
the middle of nowhere.
All right, Kalos, question for you.
Yeah.
What's it like culturally over there, like entertainment-wise?
In what aspect? It's
I
cultural wise. Usually the poors don't have
The pores.
the
pores.
the non-rich ones don't have that much of a culture besides trying to survive.
They're not survivors, though. Oof.
Okay,
inc-
so that's
I could change this all into animals like minus Laszlo.
Yeah.
Well, what I honestly of a similar idea. There's a we could just be like a circus.
Magic circus, yes, I
So
like that.
I think
That's-
what
I'll
Carlos
be
is
the
getting at
elephant.
is that like we're carrying around magic items that like we're not supposed to have according to the culture there. So it doesn't matter what our cover story is or who we're
We-
pretending to be.
Yeah.
We're gonna get stopped on the spot because it's like it's great. Your act has, well, we want your magic items, so pay up.
This
Pay
is
up.
gonna be something that it's not even pay up. It's more like you're not allowed to come in here. And matter of fact, guards kill them now. Type of situation because we're not. You have to understand, like me giving what I'm like enchanting to them is like extremely legal, and I'm like
Extremely legal.
illegal.
It's so legal.
So above board, like these guys love
like,
it.
It's just not. Like we have to get in underground, like somehow sneak in. and
Somehow,
Lucio-
I look at Zip.
Zip's scratching
Boulet.
Zip's just scratching himself.
Why not go under the city? No, I don't know what's under there.
All right.
Giant worm.
Where was my hypotheticals? All right. If we do hypothetically go with the necromancer, we don't have to be here in the city though to contact him. We have the sending stone, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So once we have our info from the fruit stand, I'd say we get back to Solholm.
Do we just swarm everyone, get everyone, like necromancer, every pirate, maybe a tree somewhere on Dominus?
As
Like,
much as I like contingencies, I almost wonder if we should be going necromancer or dread pirates. That's the best way in case let's say the necromancer succeeds, like what's the dread pirate doing? What's his like? I don't. He's not a.
You get to meet Zen. Ooh.
But if there's no shipment for him to,
Yeah,
plunder,
then you're gonna be marked.
we might not be holding up our end of the bargain. So it's like,
Yeah.
'cause apparently they do work for hire though, as we saw on Monkey Ridge. They do work for hire. So
I mean, if I'm already marked, could I be like, I'll do like a 50-year shift with you or something? For some, I don't know. I'm pretty resourceful. I could probably get you some souls, but that's a moral thing. But
Well, I mean, if he doesn't help us, he can't be Dread Pirate of Nothing anymore because it'll just squid him.
but regardless, we don't. There's not after tomorrow morning. We can get back to Solholm. Is basically what I'm asking, right? We don't.
Yes.
We're out of stuff that we can do here at this point.
it's not just let's sway a necromancer. I don't know if that is gonna be very easy, but that might be easier than swaying a dreadbird. So, considering the context of what they know versus a dread pirate that might not know much.
A dread pirate though that does, whether devoutly or just coincidentally, does derive his power from Loki. So
Okay. Yeah, one to think about.
Are we gonna summon the cards?
that was
What?
Ooh.
We haven't.
Adam
needed to
seems to
yet.
want us to really summon the cards.
Huh? I didn't say anything. I'm just oohing, guys. I'm looking at anime titties.
Adam's eyes are all blacked out.
Awooka.
We established that only Zen can maim himself to summon the cards, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he's told everyone that.
Well, I don't think we even like.
Do we know that, or if you be like, I'm gonna do the cards right now? He keeps threatening me.
We're gonna do it.
I'll pull 50 out of a 22 card deck.
Well, do we want the cards or no?
Probably not now.
I don't think we need
when
them
we're
yet.
ready to
What?
actively pursue Loki. I think.
Yeah,
that's
weren't we
something
gonna
might
try
have
and
to-
find
we
the
might have to-
repository and then pull cards? Yeah. Or just before?
Did we finally figure out where the repository was?
Nope.
No.
I'm
We haven't
still
made
of the
progress.
opinion there is no location. It's just
not physical.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Again, no evidence to go on, but like.
But yeah, we were pursuing this one first to get the crystal stuff sorted because it's a bit more pressing, right? And scary.
We needed a time frame.
Yeah.
for
So
this
then
to-
it would be get this one underway, and then we can look elsewhere. I think that was the loose idea.
That way we know enough to like. All right, so this is the time frame we have to get the shipment intercepted, and then that way we can plan on. All right, whether we're going to Gromnil or going Loki
Mhm.
for Uzin. That way
Yeah.
we know like, all right, this is how much time we have to do whichever of those we choose to do. All right.
Is the plan to wait for tomorrow morning?
No, I want to go shopping again.
For?
Shopping.
I don't know. What does Igith have?
Items.
What kind of items? Any cool swords or
Good ones.
armor?
One
I thought-
rock of crack.
I thought you
I
were
made
saving
another
your-
morphic blade, guys. Turns out you can make them in bulk.
Oh, we won't
There's
have
a
enough time
warehouse
to.
full of them.
We try burning them, burying them.
At the end, we just started giving them away.
Yeah, just see like everyone in the upper district just walking around with like morphic blades. So what the fuck?
And
I spent fucking money on this.
Better yet, they're the more.
You were the prototype,
they're the
Laszlo.
more, they're the more up to date versions, and they see yours, and you're like, ew, you got that model.
You don't have a.
He bought a founder's card.
Ooh. Well,
To let you stare at the sun.
I can't see it in the sun. Yeah.
Oh, he bought a morphic blade and then didn't have a pile of money to sit on for the whole transformation process.
Oh. Boo. La di da.
I can just generate money now. I've ruined the economy.
Yeah, we
This-
just collapse it.
Print more money. What are the Borges moths gonna do? Kill me?
Schmingle schmuff.
It's not like they have a mirror to look at themselves with.
I mean, they
Well,
do.
Too
out of
soon.
Not
a
a
regular mundane mirror.
Yes, but I feel like he feels empty looking at his big schlong through the top mirror now.
Yeah, he has a
This
schlong
10
mirror.
inch-
It's not
10
the
inch
same
dogger.
without you.
It's just a greasy doll.
Ew, ew. Never describe your dog as greasy, please.
No, it
You
was.
said green
it was-
sea
Oh,
dog. right?
greens. I heard greasy. I'm
I
like,
heard greasy
No,
dog.
That's
no, it was
awful.
greasy because spoon, but
Yeah.
it's not me. It's
yeah, it's not
his
my, it's
dad.
not, it's not my
Aldous'
penis.
dad.
It's not my thing. Don't worry.
It's Ajizig. I saw it. I seen it.
All right. So, how do you want to spend the rest of the day? You have a whole like, it's like only 10 o'clock in the morning.
I enchant stuff.
Yeah.
Unless we're going shopping. If not, I go shopping. But if we don't, I just enchant stuff.
I'll write in those new spells.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go do doctor stuff.
I
Wow, what could
What
that
the
could
fuck?
be? What kind of
What does
doctor
that
are
even
you?
mean?
Checking
Walk around with the
bananas.
stethoscope and checking.
Hold on, this bananas die. I need
He
to
just
eat
goes.
it.
He just goes to a random stand, random stand owner, and puts the stethoscope, but like not up to their chest, like up to their shoulder blade. And
Like the thigh. So you die.
Hmm.
Ooh, he's dying. He's dying.
I'm here.
Ooh.
Heartbeat right here.
I only have 2 new items for Aegith in terms of magical items. So,
Do tell, good sir.
all right. So one of them is the Rod of Cringing.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, skip.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
I want to hear. I want to hear this
I
thing.
want to know if this is a sarcastic item or not.
No, this one is incredibly niche.
Says you.
Well,
Andrew is one
incredibly.
this
It's
item.
incredibly niche because it has one purpose and one purpose only.
Okay.
It's a staff that only has vicious mockery on it.
You did want a staff, Laszlo.
But if the character or creature rather fails the saving throw on vicious mockery, it is not only takes the damage from vicious mockery and the secondary effect, but they also lose their reaction and bonus action because they're
Forever?
cringing. No, for the rest of the round.
Ooh. Viciously mock someone so bad they go, ooh, I don't want to do anything. My face is winced up so much I can't react. Other than this.
I'm cringing.
How much is the cringing staff?
It sells for 500 gold pieces, or 1500 Samir. You do need to be able to cast a magic spell to use it properly, though.
I don't know if I can do this.
Thankfully, it doesn't require
No,
attunement.
vicious mockery, and I thought only bards
No,
knew.
it comes with vicious mockery on it. It's a staff that doesn't require attunement, and the only thing you can do with it is cast vicious mockery with
You
it.
can dual wield staffs, oh my god.
So it's vicious mockery, but if you fuck up, you take the damage and are like.
You lose your reaction
this-
and bonus
yeah.
action.
Disadvantage on the next roll as well, and they can't. Ooh.
hmm
The damage increases by 1d4 when you reach certain levels. So it'll be
Is a cantrip.
4d4
Plus cringe.
psychic plus cringe and disadvantage and no bonus action or reaction if they fail it. And the DC is a wisdom save. If I cast this in sort of peak environment, I can get the DC to be.
It is a cantrip, though, so I don't think you can use that ability on a non-leveled spell.
Oh yeah, you're right. Still pretty high, like a 19.
How'd you defeat the big bad of your campaign? We cringed him to
The brain
death.
somehow cringed.
We somehow cringed him
Yakub
to death.
pieced out. Oh man.
And we still haven't ruled out it being the Milladance crossbow. We could.
That'd be such a
It
poetic
could
end.
totally not be completely invulnerable to non-magical damage, and we could.
fucking actually bludgeoning damage, just hit them with the crossbow. Like buttstock them. What
This is
was
from
the
the
other
other
item?
man.
Was the other item Staff of Uncringing?
No, it is a lance, which I'm pretty sure literally none of you would want to use.
If Zip couldn't use it because he's small.
If I'm riding Zip,
Well, no.
Nautilus could ride elk.
Am I a
true.
rideable creature from the mediums? Or would it have to be? Would it have to be someone medium riding Zip as a giant monkey like Callus?
The creature mount only needs to be one size class larger than the rider,
Okay,
but it's
What
kind of
is
gay.
this? I don't care. What is this? This lance might be really cool.
This one is also known as the long poker.
Okay.
It is a 10-foot range, normal for lances. It is a +3. As a bonus action, once per short rest, you can empower an attack to knock a target prone in addition to its damage. The target must succeed on a dex or strength saving throw, a DC of which is calculated equal to your attack roll. Interesting. Even if the attack does not deal damage, the target must make a saving throw.
Ooh. Is it the total attack roll or is it just a flat number?
The target DC is equal to the natural attack roll.
Okay.
Oh, so whatever you roll on your D10, D20.
Yeah. So if you got like a 20, it'd be a DC 20.
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't even know if I'd be able to support someone on my back of such statures as the rest of the group.
With your massive strength.
Yeah, my 6 strength score. Maybe not.
His strength all goes into his butt. Whichever
Yeah,
stands.
it's all in the ass.
So, is anyone interested in buying the Staff of Cringing? Cringing?
Sure, yeah, I'll buy the Staff of Cringing.
It's 1,500 Samir.
You know, some,
Do they take Ultra Bucks?
You can. It is Igith's shop after all.
Do you want the Staff of Cringing for the time being, Dauntless?
No, I was just gonna say rather than you spend 1,500 in that, just spend the
Okay.
Ultra Bucks.
Staff of
Aren't
Cringing.
Archer Bucks worth a lot though? Is it really worth it?
You can spend like one, right?
Only spendable here though is the problem. So it's like
you have to
Chuck E.
spend it
it's
here,
Chuck E. Cheese
or don't
money.
spend it.
Very expensive Chuck E. Cheese money. Yeah. It doesn't require attunement, but the caster must be able to at least cast magic naturally on their own. And at this level is a 4d4.
Yeah.
Plus the next attack that the person makes is a disadvantage, and if they lose because of the Staff of Cringing, it is no bonus action and no reaction until the start of their next turn.
Wow. We could totally cripple someone with this. If we have them slowed. Oh my god, yeah.
And you must also make a joke that would make the DM cringe.
Oh, I got a shadow writer in
Pretty
my...
easy, honestly.
I've
It's
got a
kinda
shadow writer.
easy.
He's in here right now. He's muted.
Hey Gronk, give me your worst joke. Give me your best jokes.
Well, the thing is, if it's Gronk specifically, I'm pretty desensitized to not react to his jokes anymore. So...
that's a challenge, Adam. I'm just saying.
it
I
is-
think that's going to be Gronk's the rest of the summer. He's going to be crafting a belter for you.
He's going through an anime train.
Yeah, he'll be like telling it to his family. I got kicked out, guys. I think this one's a killer. Like,
My sister is no longer a lesbian because of me.
you know,
I don't know what you say.
Oh
the
god.
dog became a cat somehow.
And I lost all my hair.
It all went to my legs.
But if that's all we're gonna do, then there's not much else to do, huh? So, all in favor of skipping to the next morning where you get the information about the ships?
Nah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
good
we're gonna
sir.
wait out in real time.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, skip it a day. What day are we
Nah.
on now, Adam? It's 20.
We should be on 25, I believe.
It is much better than 24.
25 of September, which is all months are 28 days in this campaign. Because I couldn't be bothered to make a new calendar.
54 days dealing till we morph once more.
We.
I don't know how bad it'll be. I don't know what tags I've got.
We all got morphic blades.
Mhm.
It's all
Yeah,
right.
we all picked them up. Remember?
Put that on your
I've got
beside-
6.
and it's 1 day each per morph.
That's kind of busted.
Well,
But
we're
then
talking-
you wouldn't have that much time to generate tags. Then you'd need to do like a lot of shit in like 3 days.
you'd gear up for it. Yeah, like I need to get suffering, rapid suffering.
I just start gooning all 3 days.
Okay, to get
What?
the Gooner tag, you lose your humanity.
I have transcended beyond. And alright, well, besides the weird esoteric porn that you would need to after getting the gooning tag. So, the next morning on the 25th of September, you may do many things, but if you need to go and pick up the information 10 minutes before opening at the fruit shop stand, just make sure you don't sleep in.
Do that.
You are gonna sleep in? Okay.
Are we? It's 27 minutes to the Xbox show. We're gonna wrap up in a bit.
Relatively speaking, yes.
Yeah, I got food.
There's probably like a pre-game show or something.
Okay, I got like food in the 15.
Pre-game discharge.
I did remember there's another thing that they could announce on there that would make me incredibly.
Well, don't say nothing. I want to be surprised.
You want to be surprised by Oblivion Remastered?
I honestly,
No.
I'll
I would
take
be-
something. I don't know.
heard the rumor I've heard.
I
is
got
that
low standards for this, alright?
Is Fallout 3. That's like that.
There's probably gonna be Fable news.
I'd be less
Right?
disappointed by Fallout.
Oh,
3.
most definitely.
Oh yeah.
That'd be some cool. We'll see more Richard Iowati.
I hope they make it so that you can customize your character in this game more, like from the
Yeah.
get-go, because usually you just start off as like the same guy and then he changes throughout
Why,
the
you don't
gameplay.
want the ugly
I don't want to
lady?
play as the ugly lady, alright?
That's all you gotta
Whoa.
say, Adam.
I didn't
I
think
knew-
about it before, but then I rewatched the trailer and like, yeah, that's like
But Andrew,
slag.
what would the appeal of an Oblivion or Fallout Remastered be if you don't have access to tens of thousands of mods that exist for the previous version?
Well, Fallout 3 Remastered, having replayed Fallout 3 recently, and not to go on too long a tangent, I promise.
Are you sure? Because
fun-
you
yes.
should. Okay.
It's a fun dungeon crawler, so if you just improved the gameplay, you could just have like a really basic bitch dungeon crawler.
Yeah, but there are mods that do that.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like Fallout 3 Remastered, I would be less disappointed by it. Whereas Oblivion Remastered, I feel like 90% of the charm comes from it being retarded. So
Yes, and I'm just saying, like, what is the appeal of playing a game with like some updated mechanics when you lose access to like?
That is the
tens of
question,
thousands
Pat.
of
Why are we
mods.
remaking old games when we could just make new ones instead? No one knows.
Well, okay, sometimes remakes do make sense when they're from the ground up.
Well,
Or there's a reason to remake it.
Alright.
I'm saying there's no reason to remake those Bethesda games because
I
they're
agree.
literally, no matter what they do, they will be inferior to the existing versions on
real
mod
quick,
support alone.
real quick, I agree with you, money. But Fallout 3, like, I don't think it has that many mods that people even give a fuck about.
Regardless, even if they don't, it still probably has like tens of thousands of mods available.
Probably.
And knowing, but Bethesda, it's been probably over a year, and there's still no mod support for Starfield.
They're getting to it, don't worry.
How long are you going to
probably-
take to make
they
mod
might
support
actually
for these
announce
new
it.
versions?
Within this summer, like it might be. Like,
Where's that DLC, right?
Yeah,
with the
maybe.
DLC, they might actually introduce the ground vehicles to like, so you're not walking for 10 minutes. It's like, oh, it's immersive.
It
it's
doesn't
real.
matter because there's nothing to see in Starfield.
You want to see a rock over there, Pat?
You want to see the same
You want to
20
see it
stru-
again?
the same 20
Look, it's the same
structures
rock.
we put on
All right,
every planet?
what is our boy? I don't know. Do I have his name? written down?
Rohan.
Johan?
Riders of Rohan. Yeah.
That's
Or Rodin, right?
Boy,
Rodin, yeah,
Rodin.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, Rodin.
well.
What does our bro Rodin say? Hey, let me see your most ripe produce, please.
You catch him as he's opening up the stall, putting out different fruits on display, and you catch him before he flips the sign from closed to open. He gives you a wry little smile that doesn't really meet his ears or eyes or anything. It's just like a
The little
customer.
Biden smile that
Yeah,
he's walking in.
Yeah. He gestures for you to enter his establishment. Anyone who really realistically wants to.
I'm gonna
If he's-
scuttle in this time.
I'm
But
gonna
small.
scuttle in too.
Why was everyone scuttling? Just walk normally, you freaks.
I actually scuttle.
Crab
you tr-
walk! Crab walk!
It's
Zip
very
Owens
inefficient
has
to
been
walk
doing
sideways.
This, I'm just saying.
Zoidberg, my
I-
lady.
You've always been
I like to
scuttling,
think at this point in time, like we're all kind of like, yeah. the door when you're 200 spiders. Just
Yeah, watch your
It's all
foot
just-
here, don't they?
Watch
start
you where you're
mimicking me.
stepping. Alright, anyway, so we switch over to the interior of the fruit stand, which is realistically just the ground floor of this guy's house. But, you know. Good news. No one got caught. And, the information was pretty well detailed by whoever's keeping the books over there. So, let's get down to business before I open up the stall. So, the shipment is set out to leave the warehouse here in Anupolis, you know, the one that it's currently kept in, on the end of this month, so the 28th. So, they're going to be setting it out relatively soon. It's going to be set out onto a boat, onto the Sea of Embrace, at which point it will go to Raja and Locke as I predicted. At which point it will be going onto the ship known as the Black Bouquet, which is a black ship. Of course, this is headed by the Skeevy Waves shipping company, and the price has already been paid for the transport services, and it is going to a northern part of the continent. There is a city also known as Hecafates. I believe there is a large amount of
Skulls.
very proficient and wealthy individuals in that city. Proficient in magic, I should say. Now, what's going to be happening is, assuming that it gets across the Sea of Embrace, the desert, and then the ocean, passes by the Sugon village for a restock, and then to the northwestern ridge of the continent, there is a freshwater river that comes down from a location known as Borker Ridge. This is a mountain range in the northern western part of the continent. The snow caps melt periodically and create this river. The shipment is going to be offloaded from the Black Bouquet and sent upriver towards its intended destination. All the meanwhile, it is going to be guarded by a number of personnel, 2 people, employees from the Crystal Spark family, and a number of people from the Skeevy Waves to act as bodyguards. Total number is 25 people, including bodyguards, plus the 2 employees. The number of shipments on here are not just going to Hecafates, but they're going to be set out throughout the continent. Not everything on that shipment is the same items. For example, that large container that you asked me about, it contains a large quantity of diamond quartz, and is being shipped off to Hecafates. The other items that are alongside the shipment going to the same general area include silks and other textiles. Some magical inks and paper as well. Last but not least, we do have the 2 employees' names that are going to be accompanying the shipment, that are from the Crystal Spark family. The first of which is going to be a man that goes by the name of Ergo.
Is that with an E?
E-R-G-O. Ergo.
Mhm.
And then a woman named Flameth.
Lameth. Lamith.
Flam, like flim flam.
Flamith.
Flam.
Flam.
Ith.
Okay, gotcha. Ergo, do they have surnames? I sort of.
Just the first letter of their surnames. Ergo is last name starts with a T. Flameth starts with an S.
Okay.
They'll be handling making sure the shipment is signed off to the right personnel and whatever it is that company intends for those employees to do. Nothing in it says about what their combat prowess are or anything of the sort. Obviously, they have the bodyguards for that. And the estimated time of arrival is set to be, hopefully, in the best case scenario, sometime in the beginning parts of December.
Okay.
Mid-December, actually, I should say.
Okay. Right on time. Okay, gang, is there anything else we think we need from... Off the top of for my purposes, that's all the info I can think we could need. But I
Could maybe get a piece of the Black Bouquet ship so I could actively track it. Or become familiar with the Black Bouquet, but it might take some time.
I mean, we'd have to. I mean, we could hypothetically just go. At that point, we might have to just go to Raja and Lock and go from there because I don't know how.
Okay. Zip.
Like we, our contact here could facilitate that. It's like the piece of the ship's got to get there to there, and it's like.
Could you hire a veritable horde of seagulls to follow this vessel?
I guess I could talk to them, but I don't know if we can hire one. I was thinking maybe if we infest the boat with termites, and then when we show up, I can enlarge them and we can fly away.
We could put some contingencies other than my little spider, I guess. I mean, having a piece of that vessel's sort of main area, I could teleport to it.
Can Loaf interact with objects? You're a little low.
If I'm within a certain distance, but no, I can. I think I can tell where my familiar is if I scry on them, which I've done. But
no, I was just wondering if we put a bomb on the boat next somewhere for her to activate.
Bloody hell!
You know, Druids, we just know this stuff.
Well, alternatively, you place an item that you're familiar with, and I could do a locate object.
I mean, if you want a bomb, I can make a bomb for you. But then it would just be activating.
Can you do locate creature on a familiar? On your own familiar, at least?
I can definitely scry on them, which I've done.
We gotta Pearl Harbor these guys.
I mean, you could if you know what it is. It's the same problem though. It's within a certain range. Whereas find familiars I can just scry. But I think when we're on the sea, we're not going to be able to track it. But maybe something in the sea, maybe like a sentient sea creature or a bird or something. We could hire. I'm just saying there's avenues for this thing. But yeah, I have a scram. I gotta go eat food. So, but yeah, there's definitely things we can do. I can't think of any other questions immediately to ask. But... I mean, Sugon Village. We could contact the individual and see if that could be something we could swing. I think got a lot. The submarine, whatever.
Okie dokie. Is there anything else you want to do here at the fruit stand?
Bananas, bananas, bananas.
Sugandi's nut? That no.
Yeah, does Professor
You
Bananas
can't
need more
keep
bananas?
getting away with it.
How did he do that? But yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. I got to scram.
Yeah.
Bye.
Wait.
Okay.
We got 13 minutes before 1 o'clock, by the way. So, whatever you want to squeeze
Kill
into
him.
this session. Are we going to kill him? Oh, we can do it. He's just an old man. What is he going to do?
Stab him in the back.
I guess it wouldn't be the first time Zips murdered an old person.
God.
Remember the old defenseless raptor? That. Oh, hey, look, it's Zip.
Whoa, it's so good to see you again. What are you doing with that knife? Why are you sorry? What are you apologizing for?
Why are you crying?
I mean, Varys,
What's up?
did you want to join the organization? I think we can give a secret that's not too.
No, I've been thinking about it. Like like not so much about whether or not to do it. It's just like what's the hard line for maybe this is not a secret we want anyone to know versus this is something that like
I was gonna
Well-
go with Lolth is an how would you say it? And
Big spider lady. Oh.
a misunderstood god that even her followers don't know what she really wants in life, and the people that know most are actually going to be a part of their organization.
I messaged him. One of the things I was weighing was a non Yanmin version of like, oh, by the way, Term de Veshnet is a construct. Still a very dangerous construct, but a construct that is not a well, that's not what I'm definitely going to go with, but it's along the lines I was thinking.
I think I mean, yeah, you can go with that one. I'll go with
The alternate was like just wait for another like hold off for just a little while, and then like maybe our next side the next like valuable artifact we find we kind of just because that was the alternative, right? We find a valuable artifact, and that's also in the place of information.
Yeah, that was totally one. But I mean,
Yeah, it was either something wrong, something yeah. So same thing you were thinking, like something not too sensitive that maybe we could share, or alternatively, like
the gods aren't real. We can.
that might be a little like I said that might be wrong side of that line, but like and the alternative was like, oh, we go to a lot of places just by happenstance. Like, oh, here's an artifact that like they might like those cabinets we found that one time. But yeah, I didn't have anything specific in mind though to answer your broader question. I was just yeah, I'm thinking about it too.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use either one of those, so I'm either gonna take yours. I mean, I think we should just go with a secret because it's faster.
Antique pottery.
I don't have any TM unless you just want to throw us some in the middle of the road as we teleport.
Well,
Oh, look, an antique.
If you want to go delving into some sand ruins to find a pot that can easily break if you accidentally drop it. That's up to you guys.
I vote for the slippery pot in the dungeon.
I mean, I don't know if we want to save that because don't we have to? I think we have to go back to Lucio anyway to get like.
Yeah, if we're gonna talk to the resistance, we might have.
Yeah, we kind of. That's gonna be a whole conversation anyway. So like, we want to like save that for when we're gonna follow that up. Then. Yeah, so like we could kill two birds with one stone.
All right.
We also need our wizard to tell. Actually, no, we don't.
No, we don't. You
I
have.
I do have a level 5 spell slot if we do want to just go end the session back in.
We could shake his corpse. I mean, his sleeping body.
Yeah, you could. So, well, final calls for anything left to do in Sanctus here before you TP out. So, what's the dealio, friendos?
I've got no business in Sanctus, so
I have no business here.
Yeah, me too. I'm good.
Alright. All in favor?
All aboard.
All opposed?
All aboard.
Nay!
No.
Oh, Greg voted. Ah.
No.
Um,
Fine, sucker.
Alright, so if we're gonna teleport, it's assumed that Varys is gonna do the teleporting and Laszlo will willingly come along with. Otherwise, he'll have to make his own way back home. But
He just wakes up in like a field all alone. Like, what the fuck?
well, Varys, where are you teleporting to? You do have a number of
clearly
possible.
I want to go to Dominus, to the Druid Circle.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm back briefly. Do you want me to teleport you guys anywhere? Like,
Oh,
You find out
No,
what the
let
field
let the other guy do it for once.
we teleporting? Is that...
Do
yeah,
it.
we're gonna get back to Solholm since we've
Yeah,
got enough.
Henry
We
said
got
something
literally no
about you being in the
reason.
field.
Now that we have our info, we have literally no reason to hang around Sanctus anymore.
Did I miss any extra juicy info?
No, me and Henry, we kind of talked about how we want to handle our in getting into our new yet another club group, but we're gonna save that for because we got to go there for quest stuff anyway, so we'll save it.
Gotcha. Okay. Teleport me now.
Ooh, what's Varys's thing for
Ooh,
teleportation circle?
Are you gonna dance?
I do not dance.
Oh, ooh.
Do
something.
Really slightly disappointed. No dance.
I really reach out on my little spider legs.
I'll accept ham boning.
Zip starts hand boning.
Let me just check.
I eat a whole jar of dirt.
Does teleportation circle have any material components that other than the
The
gems?
heroes of this land.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out just for. Let me look up the spell. I will.
Rare chalks and inks infused with precious gems.
You have any of that? I got some spare.
I do have gems, plenty of gems, so I can.
And the
lock
spell
those
does consume it on use, by the way.
up. Yeah, no, I got. But it's only like 50.
50.
Yeah,
Back
so
in the day, that was a lot.
That's my whole paycheck.
Yeah.
Just gonna
One
say
fuck-
out loud, ham boning.
let's
While waiting.
see.
5 minutes. Whoa.
All right, no, I'm doing the. All right.
Do it. What do I have to do? I have to hold you? What's going on?
All right, I'm just Trox inks.
Grab his testicles, now cough.
Grabs.
What if I don't have balls? They took 'em.
Slips finger into
Oh no!
folds.
Fucking gross.
Sperm flaps jiggled.
Spooners. Jesus Christ.
Cloaca penetrated. I don't know.
There's no dancing involved. There is, however,
Ham boning.
the runes are slightly different. I
Mhm.
imagine coming from wisdom versus arcane.
Arcane the show.
I mean,
It has to be done in.
Violently hip thrust.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying you can get really funky with this. Doesn't have to be dancing. Could be like
Step on
a
your
very
right foot, don't forget it.
realistically, how I think how I imagine it goes is you expecting something elaborate after watching Laszlo dance to do these teleportation circles all the
Surprisingly
time.
banal.
And yeah, it's just like Varys, just like there's some flavoring to it. There's some leaves or herbs or whatever rangers and druids do to cast spells, in addition to the slightly different runes.
I got some sticks.
Would you do a little stick dance?
But he does his I think one of his signature things is like not the superhero landing, but like the hand on the ground.
Suplexes
Uh-huh.
someone there.
Or like he used to always he does a lot of his detect stuff, so
Mhm.
he does that kind of finalize the circle. But yeah, no dancing, just kind of pragmatic and nature themed, I think. is
Sure.
the-
You place one hand upon the ground, you commune with the earth, and it sends you a vision of your destination. And eventually, as you feel the connection between two locations on this plane of existence, The runes, sticks, and leaves begin to rumble and glow. Eventually, your friends will need to make haste to jump into the circle, and you'll all be teleported to the Solholm teleportation circle in the university.
Ooh,
Run through
awesome.
cannonball style.
At which point, you are now 5 hours back, so now it is approximately like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Now I must scram for real. I will actually have food. But amazing.
Alright, so
Look
we're
at
gonna
me,
go
I
ahead
got
and
food.
end it there.
No, we keep going.
Well, next week is... Does anyone have any stupid things next week?
Yeah,
Like-
I have something stupid called work next week.
Really? I thought your schedule was different now.
Well, apparently, I have to do it because I'm not a father. So
Oh,
Oh right, is next week's Father's Day?
yeah, I
I
think
believe
so.
so.
yeah.
Wait, is it next
Yeah.
week?
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.